Please note the views and opinions expressed by the hosts on this show are not necessarily the views held by the station.
You're listening to Critical Mass Radio. Now it's our turn.
Good evening. Another Saturday night. Sun's just over the rooftops here. Welcome to Outside the Box. I'm your hostess, Kate of Gaia. And I'm going to do a little bit more, oh my, going to go over some stuff I went over last night. Got a lot clearer today, and hopefully I can explain it a lot more. And I'll touch on a few things, a few of the delusions that people are still trapped in, and the allegories of them, right? You see, I look at allegories in as much as they're clues to great things and also to great fears. They have to be both, right? They have to be both good and evil at the same time. And there's a lot of delusional stuff going on out there, and people still stuck in the Savior program. So I'll definitely touch on that tonight. Sorry, guys, you're not going to find anything in this realm other than clues to what you have to search for within yourself. And that's it. Yeah. So down, spent the afternoon having coffee with Vicky. It was only about an hour. Limited time as far as schedules go, but it's just nice to sit down and hang out. It's amazing. 2.5 hour round trip to have an hour for coffee. I love it. But all good things. I stopped by, got to see my puppies through the door. That was cool. Sue was there, but she won't come anywhere near the door, not while I'm anywhere near the place. Such is the program running. Oh, I came up with a couple of sound effects for, two zodiacs anyway. What does Gemini sound like? Hey, you, what? Got it? Okay, good. And he goes, whatever. Anyway, here we are at the height of the Divine Feminine Lunar Month in a Tibetan way, the 15th. Kind of a powerful number, especially when it contains the yin yang, the 9 and the 6, right? 9 plus 6, 15. That's the divine balance. Bring them both into focus. Now here's the other one. It's for all you Scorpios out there. Ready? Now you got to remember. Look at the singularity here. Catch the duality in it, because the pendulum swings both ways. So here's what a Scorpio sounds like. Thud. There you go. Pretty cool. Anyway, without further ado, because I know someone is very, very tired. I gotta say a big thank you to all of you that endure some crazy ass hours to not only listen to the show, but actually get involved and be a part of your table. It is an infinitely large and infinitely round table, and it has perfect equilibrium as far as the balance. No one sits over another, and no one sits under another. That's why words like understand, go back to the old legalese stuff, words like understand and, well, that means to stand under. You're still dealing in a duality when you have that thought, you see? Because if you're not standing under somebody else in a duality, someone else is standing under you, and what's that get you? A whole lot of seesaw. Or cane saw, whatever the case may be. So without further ado, hello, Lisa. How are you?
Kate, good evening.
Good evening.
Happy day again.
Oh, yeah. By the way, another alternative, and this is the thing, just the spells are busted, guys. I just like showing how they got busted. The word born also means limited, okay? Constricted. So, again, look at the traps that were set, that got sprung. So it's the limited identity, the born identity, the limited ultimatum. Well, see, there's the problem with an ultimatum, right? Sorry, ultimate means ultimate. There's no limits to it, so it's an oxymoronic title, but it means the same both ways. So there you go. So how's Lisa tonight?
I'm tired, like you said. I'm afraid I was up far too late. I think it was getting light when I finally went to bed last night.
Oh dear.
Well, I think I was talking to you till about 3, so on the show. So.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
But yeah, needs and must.
I tell you.
So
go ahead.
I was just going to say, so you've had a good day, yeah? You got to see your dog eat and a bit of a long drive with a coffee at the end.
Oh yeah, it's again, it's download time, and I get to not only think about things and download, but also to put the things that I have been talking about into absolutely perfect practice, and it is perfect. What I'm going to share tonight is going to be my gift to all. That's all I've done today is gift to people. It's a great feeling. I bought coffee. I had to get gas, and there's $2 left over, so I just, that's yours. Go get something with it. And it was just a kid. He was like, "Really? Wow, thanks." And of course, dropped off a small gift for Sue to help along with the puppies and whatnot. So, I've got so much more to talk about, but let's stay the course here and get you to bed, hon.
No, well, I will listen back. Tomorrow. But I'm just so tired. My eyes are going. So did you manage to upload my little?
Yeah, it's uploaded. Yeah, cool, it's there.
Okay.
Right.
It's called. Right, go on.
No, I just said I haven't listened to it yet. So.
Good. Okay. Well, that was not going to be an anticlimax, but. It's called. It sounds a bit like a blooming window fitting this, but it's called PVUC.
Yeah.
Which, as you know, stands for a particular weapon of your choice.
Particular weapon of.
Purple.
Oh, got it. Purple vibrating unicorn chainsaw. Got it.
Just when you say PVUC, it sounds like a window, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just a little thing, just sort of from me to you for your special day. That was all.
Well, there you go. So let's all get together and PVUC. Oh yeah, there you go.
I like it.
All right, looks like there's never mind the action on the table. Let's play the poem. Oh my. All right, here we go. So I'll play this, and I'm going to shut up. So thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Kate.
Much obliged.
PVUC, Purple Vibrating Unicorn Chainsaw, a poem dedicated to Kate of Gaia on her 49th re-entry day. In the year 2012, I met Kate of Gaia, a lady who always takes everything higher. No punches she pulls when she deals with the ball. Kate's a dragon who sometimes breathes fire. Kate's here at this time to help us all see the way the world is and the way it should be. She downloads each evening on the web they are weaving, and all that she says, it gives us that key. Quite often Kate sits with her computer in the rain, so all her knowledge and wisdom we can gain. We often hear birds as she utters her words, and sometimes we fear she'll be hit by a train. She's been through a lot and has come out so strong, because she's here now to tell us all about what is wrong. She just speaks her mind, it's all relevant to mankind, because the truth has been hidden for so very long. Kate interprets her words, she knows what they say, she knows the really important part that they play. In using controls to dump down our souls, these people they use us, but we're finding our way. So Kate is on Earth 7 days a week, feeding us answers to all that we seek. Her information is clear, to give up the fear, to never stand back and be meek. Critical Mass Radio is lucky to have her, because she makes so much sense and really is so rare. The mirrors they are key if we really want to see the truth of this world when it's laid out there. Kate also plays guitar and writes wonderful songs, which she shares with us all because it's where she belongs. She is music to our ears, she dispels many fears, she keeps us in touch with the so many wrongs. With some people you meet in your life you just know, they will show you a way you should go. Kate gives us a journey to show us what we could be, because she hands in abundance the seeds we should sow. Kate, with your purple vibrating unicorn chainsaw, you fight the good fight against that Babylon light hole. When your scales are ruffled, absolutely nothing is muffled, as you show those who need it the way to the door. So thank you for coming into my life, dear Kate, though I'm losing my beauty sleep at a very fast rate. You're a wonderful dragon who rides a big wagon, and that wagon is very much a vehicle of fate. On a pedestal, don't worry, you will not be put. We know you don't like it, and that is said, but the love we all feel is true and is real, because we hold it as one in our heart and our gut. So a very happy born day to you today, Kate. The fact we've all met, it just has to be fate. Carry on doing what it is that you do, never ever changing, just always be you, because that's the way we love you, just being Kate.
Very nice, thank you very much.
You're welcome. That was embarrassing, actually. I felt a bit embarrassed.
No, it's all good, love. It's all good. That's your mirror, everyone. How do you like you now? I love you.
Right, well, I'm gonna skedaddle off now. So I just want to say enjoy the rest of the show, and I will listen back tomorrow. And enjoy the rest of your day too. And we talk soon, yeah.
Oh yeah, you know where to find me.
I do.
Okay. Kicking at the can online. Big can. All right, kiddo. Well, thank you so much. And
Pleasure.
Just wow, thank you.
That's all right. It's a pleasure, absolute pleasure. All right, well, talk soon. As I say, enjoy the rest of the show, and I will listen back.
All right, love. Sweet dreams, and
you too.
Yeah, you'll catch up in all that non-needed beauty sleep. It's all good. But definitely listen back to this one because I got a few pearls to be throwing out tonight.
Great,
okay?
I will definitely listen tomorrow. Thanks, Kate. All right, take care.
Love you, kid.
Right, nice.
All right,
nice.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, there we go. How does one answer that? I tell you, it's. Thanks, Bug. Where you been? Moaz, there we go. Yeah, it was, of course, picking the day, to go out and whatever. I've been hell-bent for leather trying to keep up with everybody. Thank you guys so much. And, wow. Sorry, I just want to see what the Scorpions all thought of that little, see if they got it. Where are we? I was scrolling down in love and stuff from guys. Just bear with me. And yeah, it's just great to see everybody. And it really doesn't take much to humble me, and that's why the whole pedestal thing doesn't work, because the humility for me is where you'll find compassion. It's the only place I ever found it. And what compassion and humility really are putting yourself in the shoes of another perspective of yourself, something you can reflect on and reflect in. And that divide and conquer that has been so ruthless with so many of us for so very, very long is over. The game is over. We win. We were always meant to. Of course we were. It's all about the experience at the end of the day, isn't it? To even begin to describe the different clues and the different things that I actually put myself through in order to see things would boggle most people's minds. I know, it boggles mine. It really does. Yeah, I just gathering and centering again to bring some points to you guys that I went over the same. Well, I had a chance to talk to Vicky today, so I of course thanked her for the perspective and the little nugget of get her done that can always be expected from an Aries, especially when the RAM is clear. That is priceless. And as I said yesterday, and I will say it again today because it is paramount as far as I'm concerned, from what I was seeing today, it's how to step out of time. It's how to step out of the trap of time, the illusion of it, We've had many tricks played on us, many deceptions thrown, many distractions to stare at and create for another. And God created man in His image. Okay, well, sorry about that, but there's a bit of a duality shit thing going on there. In whose image? At what point does one part of me command another part of me in a perfectly balanced, perfectly centered universe of the One? Again, the dualities. In the beginning, God created light and saw that it was good, meaning that everything, dark was evil. Put that one in the mirror and see what you find. I've said it many times, and it's some of the most profound truth that I've come across that I found resonated within me. And that truth is very simple. Those with eyes to see and ears to hear. But we forgot the Trinity. And this was the little pearl garnered yesterday and getting reinforced more and more today as it was put into practice to astounding and, I assure you, stunning perfection. So if you want the key to stepping out of time, I'll share it with you. You see, when I've already told you the only album I have in my car is Styx, The Grand Illusion. Or not The Grand Illusion, it's one of the songs, it's the one I want to refer to. But it's the greatest hits. And they play in a particular order. Don't ask me to tell you what it is. I try not to think of, codifying things like that. I just let them flow. And it goes back to, the early days of music with me and the things that I love to listen to. And of course, Styx, ironically, just coincidentally, was, a band I loved and loved the music. And as I see now, it had a much, much deeper meaning that was slightly out of view when it was really the first album I ever got. It was where I worked. It was, present swap for Christmas. That illusional thing that people do every December 25th, not realizing what it is. And the girl that we swapped, she had my name. She'd asked me, well, what do you like? And I said, well, I never thought you'd get it because I think it was a $5. I think the album was $8 or $7, something like that. And I said, well, I love The Grand Illusion, but don't worry about it. And that's what you got me. And I was one of the full-time girls too. I was just one of the lowly little part-timers at the time, brand new on the job. First job, actually. That's when I was 14. And I think I wore out the record player playing this thing over and over and over. And of course, as life goes on, you have other tastes. And of course, I picked up a guitar when I was 16 and thought, well, I'm going to learn how to play this little thing here and make it my friend. So I did. And it took a while, and it's still an ongoing process, which is the thing I love about it. Is every time I pick the guitar up, it always gives me something new to ponder, be it a musical note or just a tone or something, So here's how we put things in perspective. Let's add the third monkey, the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil ones. Let's put that in the mirror, because what it's saying is, I want to get this right, because there's always a duality, right? If it's a hear no evil, that's a condition of not confronting, but it's also a condition of an action in a positive sense. Because as a true creator, which is what you are, I've said this every night, and I will continue to say it until it actually sinks in with you and you understand the absolute power that you are. All the teachers told us this. And of course, all religions steer you away from it. Great video, by the way, from Bill Donahue. Your computer is programmed. Here's the video. I would urge everyone to get over to hiddenmeanings.com or go to the YouTube and just look up the Hidden Meanings channel and have a look for that one. Your computer is programmed, and you'll really get a good handle on on what I was talking about last night and what I'm talking about tonight, because between last night and tonight was when I actually opened this video up in its absolute stunning perfection of out of time. All things for a reason, no coincidences. This is exactly what I'm talking about, but I want to take it to a different level. I want to make it real. I need you to see this. That's my need, okay? I'm looking for the 432 hertz heart resonance of these truths to resonate what I'm speaking of. If but one shall awaken, which one of you is it? It's the only question I have anymore. It has to be a frequency. A truth is a truth, but it's not. It can be a truth to you. In terms of how we're playing this game in a duality, a truth is only a truth if it's there is the divide and conquer. To the degree that we have become so individualized or in divine dualityized that we have a very difficult time resonating with each other. There are too many preconceived placed things in us, just back up. Very, very important word. Clarity. What we're doing is we're, reinforce ideas in this to resonate true anyone. It's not difficult now. It's getting there, right? I'm seeing it. What's happening now? We that sit at this table are open. Technically, we're open in all ways. Take notes of what anyone's saying. It's a little faster. Don't worry, Kate will be there with a chainsaw, and the drink is lit, and it's not going out. I'm intolerant of people beating themselves up, making less of themselves, being caught in the delusions of this planet and this realm. I have no time for it anymore. This is the sink, renicity, or swim. You either sink up or drown. And that's going to be your choice, not mine. It's not something I would do. As an observer, but I'm not going to trespass on your free will choice to destroy yourself either. You see, therein lies the biggest problem when we all try to be heroes and we all try to, be benevolent. It actually works against us. It has to in the mirror. So how do we find this razor edge and balance it out? I believe the Beatles wrote the song called Let It Be. It's where we all have to walk around and really it is. It's about acceptance. It's about observing simply from the perspective of something I would do or something I would not do. And that's it. There's no judgment in that. There's only observation. And I've had many instances in my life where the trends have always been the same. And I'm looking back through them right now, and it's astonishingly clear. Because in every effort I've ever made to, quote, rescue, unquote, anyone, thinking that I was doing the right, and of course, the intentions are pure. But we all know the road to hell is paved with good intentions, yeah? So I just decided to put the paver away and walk the road instead. And a lot of things became very, very clear, crystal clear. That which is upon us is that which we create and manifest for ourselves. And why it's so very easy for us to get caught up in the delusions of this place. To get caught up in the delusions of grandeur, as so many have. And that comes at all levels, So I'm not just talking about, movie stars, kings and queens and popes and everything else. It happens all the way down to the base of our society. And I don't say that in a negative way either. We all have our jobs, we all have our roles, we all have our choices, we all have our pieces. And not one is more important than the other. It's been a tough job gathering up enough pieces of this puzzle from so many beautiful perspectives to actually put a picture together, but the picture is formed and it's growing. The slit that was a millimeter or two wide for so many of us is now getting to the point where we can see the Mona Lisa. We can recognize her. And now all we're looking for is to open it up even more, to get the detail, to see the whole picture. And the Mona Lisa, it's beautiful. Perfect serenity. Oh, and a few hints in there too as far as Da Vinci and his intention of actually painting that with the sacred geometry. Yeah, it's quite something actually. So getting back to the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Well, there's your eyes to see and ears to hear. You kind of left out the voice to ask. When you're asking, you are as king. In the beginning there was the word, it was just a question. Why? And the only way to keep this creation rolling, and of course the only question I ever ask is, why? No, funny. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be eternally. Why? It's the only word that I can think of that keeps a game rolling infinitely. So here's the trick to stepping out of time. Chronos, Saturn, the unstar. How they trapped us with the hex. If you look at the south pole of Saturn, you'll see the hexagon. Of course, a hexagon in 3D makes a box. And time creates the box. Thus, outside the box is probably a good place to be. It's where I've been standing for a very long time. 49 years to be exact. And isn't it interesting that all day, the only question I put forth was this. I have the eyes to see and I have the ears to hear. This I know. What I need is what the universe will show. So I asked the universe, show me the way. And it was just a coincidence as I came to a few very clear conclusions. Conclusions. By the way, clou en français is a nail. Careful, you don't want to crucify yourself, right? When you come to conclusions, be careful with the singularity. But as I asked made the statement, it's the first time it really kind of came into good view for me. I wouldn't call it perfect just yet, but it's awful bloody close. I said I have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. What do I need to see? And then the thought crossed my mind, because it's always open. This is all I do all day is I keep my mind open to see what pops in. I thought, oh, I have to turn the radio or the CD player up, because I generally don't listen to music all the time. I only turn it on when that thought enters my mind, and as I turned it on, there was this beautiful Doris Sticks album guitar solo, and then it came into the last chorus of this particular song. By the way, it's number 7 on the album, This I Do Know, and the chorus is "Show Me the Way." I'm thinking, okay, well, there's a good test, and on it went. I mean, everything I looked at, be it license plates, be it the sides of trucks, be it whatever, the things that were coming up all made sense to me and all resonated, and I could not prove it wrong. I tried. I'm thinking, yeah, sure, that's just okay, that one's the same, okay. And then everything lines up. Everything lines up, all things for a reason. So I'm trying to share this with you, and it really is that simple, and it's a culmination of the self-trust that has been so...
Avast,
thank you.
virus database
See, they still like to throw stuff at me. That is so clear. The trust that you have to have with yourself has been so destroyed. It's the only word I can think of. Of course, we came out of the duality of Pisces, the age of Pisces. 2 feet, 2 souls. Yeah, 2 souls, soles of your feet. And what is the age of Pisces? Beautiful clue, if you can see it. Well, I've already shared the duality of Pisces. The Pisces says, I believe. I show the duality, I do not believe. Right, so it neutralizes. But let's have a look at the word believe for a sec. And you have a choice there as well. You can either be the lie or be the truth. V, from ver, verily, truth. Those are the only 2 choices that you have. You either choose truth or you defy it. And the only way you can defy a truth is to lie. That's it. It's the only way. Find me another. I couldn't find one. You either stand in the truth and become the untouchable, immortal, pure God creation that you are, or you defy it and play the meat stick game. And you get caught in the literal traps. And there are many. There's countless. All you have to do is open your eyes and woo! Bread and circuses, baby. But if you're in the moment, if you're in the now, or the present, this is how you step into the present. Because as Vicky so clearly pointed out yesterday, she likes to check different things, just to see what's going on. And I said, well, that's not a very, very safe thing to do, because you're looking at created, not creation, or create T-I-O-N, right? Love ion. You're create T-on. Okay? To which you kind of, well, what do you mean? And I went over this again today, and the light bulb went on, and there it is. Here's the thing. In the Grand Illusion, the line, don't listen to the radio, the TV, or the magazines, because you're going to be manifesting someone else's fantasy, right? Or phantom. The ghost. The shadow. And there you are, standing most beautifully on the other side of the looking glass. Trouble is, you're not looking through it. It's reflecting back at you constantly. So you have to step beyond it, Alice. You have to step through. How do you do that? Well, here's your way. Takes a lot of trust, though. You've got to trust yourself. And it takes a lot of belief, too, to see the difference between the lies and the truth. And it takes a discerning heart versus a programmed mind to feel this. This is not a thought. We'll leave that to the slave-controlling Egyptian god thought, whatever. And we'll leave that one alone. Again, it's about the mirror. And by the way, thank you very much for for the Monty Python scene of the big foot coming down and crushing the pyramids. You see, it was always there. It was there in comedy. Well, we didn't quite notice it from the perspective that we were looking at. It just looks like a big foot crushing, destroying the pyramids, huh? And it is quite funny, but it's quite real. As far as I'm concerned, what I feel is, Mother Gaia tried to shake that flea off her back and knock the cap off it to help end the slavery of humanity. You see, because in our creation, one of the most glorious things is we have consciousness. And we are the masters of it, or the slaves to it, to someone else. And all we have to do is choose. All we have to do is decide, which is to unpick either side. Right? And stand right in the middle of it. And claim it as your own, because it is. someone told you otherwise, the programs have been run deep. The Savior program is probably the worst one on this planet. That's the one that I see all the time. That's the one where you're looking outside of yourself, looking for an answer. I've done it. Done it most of my life. Stop doing that. So instead, what I do is I step out of time now. And it worked to perfect effect today. I will share that with you. You can try it for yourself and try to prove it wrong. See, that's the thing with me. I don't go out to prove anything right because there's a vested interest. Oh, I need to be right. I go out to prove it wrong. This is what I feel. This is what I think. Let's go see if it's bullshit. And then I go and try and prove it wrong by putting it into practice, by seeing it with my own eyes, hearing it with my own ears, and feeling it with my own heart. As MJ puts it so eloquently, I triangulate my position. You see, in the emptiness of void, it's very difficult to get a position without something to look at. And that's really all we've created is the illusion of something to look at, other dots. Right? Imagine, here, I'll show you how this one hit me many years ago, 20, 25 years ago. Try to imagine no space. It's very easy. The only thing is, most people that I know can't clear their minds enough. But here's a little practice for you. How can you visualize no space? Well, it's easy. Don't look at anything. You see, space is a dimension of viewpoint, and when you put a point out there, such as a star or whatever, you have the illusion of distance, dimension, when in fact it's all contained within. Everything is within itself. We're the one. And you're the one I've been waiting for. Which one of you is it? You know who it is. So here we go. Let's step out of time. Ask the question. I have eyes to see and ears to hear. What can you show me? And what you've done then is you've stepped out of time, and now creation is at your beck and call. Might take a little bit for that one to sink in. Ponder it. I think you'll see it. Actually, I know you will. Instead of staring at the TV, the radio, and the magazines of somebody else's fantasy, what you've done is you've stepped back from it. Because here's the trick with time and the illusion thereof. Certain aspects of thought, or those that wish to control this place, stepped behind us and created concepts for us and got us to create our own prison. So I'm working very diligently now to uncreate that very same thing. And for me, this one won't take long to practice. See, because in all creation, the subconscious, which is the true consciousness, the one that never sleeps, the one that remembers everything, because it must, it's consciousness, it's plugged in direct. In as much as, and Bill used a couple of examples of this as well. I got to tell you, when I'm listening to this thing, I'm going, oh yeah, that's just a coincidence that this one's up. See, with the true consciousness, not the sub or the under, okay? It's the part of us, the all-knowing part of us, that has been rendered out of view, that we are all seeking to find again. At least that's what I'm seeking to find anyway. I won't plant any thoughts in your mind, but that's what resonates with me. So, what do you wish to create? Do you wish to reinforce the fear porn by staring at it and going, ooh, ah, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. You know, there's your lost child running down the cereal aisle going, I want that cereal, no, I want that one, no. And then, of course, when you finally decide on one and you can't have it, what do? You throw a tantrum. There's a beautiful allegory of ego taking full control of you. Call it spirit, call it consciousness, call it whatever you wish. I'm talking about the purest essence of you. That which makes you float your boat and sink your anchor. Because that which we are creating around us is that which we have created from within. So we can stare at creations that are, planned and manifested for us without any power behind them, waiting for us to, like a fish, to bite on that hook and get, oops, your dinner again, right? It's time for us to be the fishers of men and put it back into the singularity. Heal that fissure, that crack, and tie things together. And I have to say, a post that came up on Facebook tonight, or earlier today, I as soon as I caught wind of it, I believe it was just before I left to come back here, where the Pope has come out to say that he's gay. Rome has fallen, boys and girls. Because I started thinking about the ramifications. Ram, I, phi, ta, T-I-O-N-S, ions, love ions, from the mind and heart. And it was pretty mind-boggling because, get me in a creative mode and I'll manifest all sorts of neat stuff. And for me, what this does is to complete. Let's put it in perspective. Let's look at the allegory. What is the allegory of the Pope in terms of religion? Well, Rome is the center of all the religions. And, of course, the Pope is looked at as the Holy Father, or God on earth. And what God on earth stepped down for was because he came out and said he couldn't live a lie anymore. So there's your Piscean, Age of Pisces, saying they could not belie anymore. They had to be verily the truth of it. So what you're going to see there is a sudden kickback. These are the allegories I look for, and they show up exactly when they're supposed to because I'm looking for them now. I've stepped back out of time. I'm now in the present. And guess what the present is? It's the gift. It's the one that I'm giving. So this is your present. And I would urge, if you get the concept and really ponder on it and start to understand the magical majesty of you, in Oz here, of course, it's all illusion. When you get into the position now of being the true gift, stepping out of their clock, stepping out of Chronos, stepping out of chronological order, everything. I heard it mentioned, I think, last night. Someone said that anything is possible. No. Everything is possible. E being the light in the mirror. E, lowercase, 9, that's light in the mirror. So now we have the dark to create a void, right? So many distractions, planes and lawnmowers and everything else going off over here. I'm having a hard time with this one. I know there's a lot of interference getting run at me right now. Forget even the word I was starting to bust apart there, but no problem. Let me just, better turn my mouse back on. Oh, I figured out the mouse, by the way. I thought it was batteries. It's not. You have to click the mouse to turn it back on. It shuts itself off after, I think, a minute, which is pretty cool. Oh, hello, Michael. Yes, I just got your... I'm just going to kind of scope here and come back to what I was talking about. I know it was the Pope and being gay, so I'll tell you what. Let's continue on that now. The mower's gone. What does that mean worldwide? In the grand scheme of this plan it. So much for their plan. What it's saying all of a sudden is it's making every religion wrong. And what it's also saying, there's so many things that this says, It said to me that the duality, the split, just got healed. Because as this concept, and we have literally pushed this out because this is our creation. Is this not what we've been working for? Of course it is. And when Pope Benedict comes out and says openly that he could not live the lie any longer, that is a large allegory. He could not live the lie of religion either. Because everything that the Christian and all the faith come out against is the whole notion of the triality, the himself, herself, itself. I mean, they kept it into the masculine with the kind of an assumption on the Holy Spirit thing, the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Yeah, that's going to get a lot of kids, right? So what I see has happened here is finally, the Divine Feminine has entered Rome. And I expect the U.S. dollar to collapse imminently. Here's the allegory of that occurring. We all know, and I've shown it, on an ethereal level, that all money is the skin of us, on a spiritual and physical level. And those that are after the most of it are just saying they're more cannibalistic than the rest of us, that they are stuck deep within the illusion. Right? And every currency on this planet, currency, right, is pegged to the Federal Reserve note, ferns. So, as one goes, so shall they all. And when that occurs, not if, when, it's imminent. Maybe tomorrow, maybe now. Tell you what, I'll step back into the present and, oh, look, it's already down. That's the creation I see. So let's look at it allegorically. If the Divine Feminine creative spirits is manifest in their mono-I, the money, the God they worship, and entrapped and enslaved through the Regis stir to rule the creative Divine Feminine, because that part of our all-knowing has no power to do this. And it's been running us in circles for who knows how long. In the now. See the illusion? So when that collapses, the Divine Feminine is set free on an ethereal level. There's your paradigm shift. And I'm sorry, there are no spaceships coming to save you. There's no galactic federation. There's nothing external coming to save you. Stay in your delusions. I will love you. And I will stand at the beach. And I will see you out in the water, swimming outwards, away from the shore, towards these delusions, where you will tire. And in your desperation, you will still seek to be saved. Unfortunately, I already threw the life ring out to you. And you swam the other way. That was your choice, and I grant you that choice. Golden rule. Not something I would do. That's why we do this together. We do this shoulder to shoulder. The hand up versus the hand out. I've had many lessons, many very painful lessons, of helping so many in my life, literally rescuing many, only to have them completely and utterly betray me. Throw as many knives in my back as I could stand, all in the attempts of waking me up to the fact that I was trespassing on the golden rule itself, which I will do no longer. I will let you drown, and I will let you swim. And if the free will intent comes from you that I can make it, I'm just a little tired, well then take my hand, rest your weary heart a moment. It's the only time rescue is permitted, is when it's agreed upon. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Or as most people have it, do unto others, then get the fuck out of there. Right? That's pretty much standard fare for this planet. So I will definitely give a hand out by all means. I will reach my hand out, but it will only be during, the swimming stroke where you're actually making the effort, as I am as well. We do this together. We go to shore together, as one. There's not a race here. This is about unity. This is about coming into that triality, the himself, herself, itself, where you can finally center on yourself. And as Bill so aptly put it, and this is a great trick you can use, and this really destroys the whole thought process. I love destroying thought. Tricky bastard. Lie to your subconscious or your divine self, if you have to, right? It says believe, right? Be, lie, and truth. Because here's the thing about creation. Creation is neutral. Creation is just creation. It cares not whether it's good or evil or whatever the case may be. It's what we decide or choose it to be by our free will choice. And all you have to do is reprogram it. Step out of time and start telling your self, the higher self, what it is you seek. But be ever mindful, ever mindful. The golden rule is mandatory. That is the rubber band effect. If you put good things out with good intention, without trespassing on free will choice, guess what you can expect? There you go. And the measure, I mean, here's the thing, you know, because I've asked myself, what the fuck did I do to get all this shit thrown at me, and you know, the stuff that I've been through, and you know, sorry, not playing the victim here, not a chance. But I'm thinking, what the fuck did I do to deserve that? Well, I was paving my road to hell is what I was doing. If you want proof of good intentions, just look at someone that's been through the mill. Right? So I had to put that one in the mirror, and that was a tough one for me. That's only over the last, week or two that I started putting this really in the mirror. Because you have to put everything in the mirror here. Everything. See the singularity. And yeah, this is exactly what I talk about. And I still, here's a song again. I'm still learning as well. This is where I get to rescue me, and in that process, rescue all for one for all. That's why people, I'm not just asking anymore. I'm begging. Please stop trying to save those around you. That's your road to perdition. Because the more you try to think that you're helping and awakening someone else, the deeper the hole you were digging for yourself. There will be many beautiful things in there. That's why the other night, when someone mentioned, well, I'm going to be ready soon. Soon? What's wrong with now? And as I put it, if anyone thinks that I was ready for the things that I've been through, think again. But you will only give yourself that which you need to awaken. And some of us, perchance, chose a more intense lesson. That's not worth, anything worth having is worth working for. And in terms of creation, that's exactly what we're trying to do. Create a better universe in our quest of why. That's, for me, the true quest, ion. The I-O, mind. The electrical intent, masculine. And the magnetic, feminine. It's very simple. Oh, magnetic creative. Kind of a valid point there. I'd like to bring that in. It's a magnetic creative. What are you attracting to your creation? You are the void within. I don't care if you think yourself as male or female. Don't delude yourself any longer. I mean, the Pope just came out and showed it. That's the highest office in the religious world. Just came out and said, I'm both. Tobias said it the other night. What was the bar? The pussy and the cock. Have on the sign have a cat and the rooster. Thought it was great. You're both. Best lose the hang-ups. And I mean, have a look around you. Have a look around you and look at how many people are boxed meat. You know, the uber males, you know, the ones that are military, oh, yes, sir, right away, sir, and all the rest of the shit that goes with it, you know. And, of course, any of those control-type things attract purely masculine intent individuals stuck into one side. And some of them, most of them have cocks, some of them have pussies. I got to tell you, I've never seen more women. That little 28-day solitary stint I did, you know, trying to grow huge cocks. There was nothing feminine about them. I remember one in particular, she's a nasty bitch, you know, tattooed, and guaranteed she works out all the time. She'd bigger arms than my legs, for crying out loud. You know, so have a look around, but don't get distracted. Observe it to see it. Listen to it to hear it. Then step out of time. Step back into your present. And ask yourself. You're the universe. You're all of it. Show me the way. You want to know the neat thing? If you trust yourself, and I mean trust yourself, and find yourself, oh no, that's just a coincidence. As soon as you're going to say, there are no coincidences, and truly accept that reality, you'll see what it's like to step out of time and watch the universe create around you. I think I said it a few days ago, every instant of what we perceive as time, I'm stepping deeper and deeper into my own power. And this is all I'm trying to share with you. As goes the one, so goes the all. And I know who you are. My initials said it for me. Know thyself. KT. Katie, Kate, is always there. And what is KT? Spirit of love. It's what you are. I'm just your mirror. It's just a coincidence that my Mayan sign is white solar mirror. It's just a coincidence that I'm walking through a twin Gemini. Year of the Dragon, 64 squares on the pawn board. And that's exactly what the entrapment is. The representation of the checkerboard is just to let everyone know that they're pawns. Oh, there are lots of organizations that would want to make sure that you believe that you were just a pawn. And it's just a coincidence, and this just popped into my head. I love the downloads. Back in 1992, I released the first album with my group Athen Rai, and I know I've got the songs on my other computer. I'm going to upload. There was half a dozen songs on the album, and I'll upload them. Anyway, the album is called Nature of the Game. And I had a CD cover that was a photograph of at that time there were six of us, and sorry, just saw another one. Oh my god. Anyway, but I was getting. This is back in the day when cassettes were still. We weren't doing the vinyl LPs anymore. We're kind of between that CD thing and cassettes, right? So I drew a cassette cover to be printed. And you'll never guess what I drew. At the time, I just thought it was cool because, nature of the game. So I thought, well, what I did was I drew. I can draw. I'm great with the only thing I have trouble with is drawing, people, faces in particular. It's funny that I see everyone as faceless. Isn't that neat? But anyway, there was the picture was this, and I'm going to see if I can. I know I still have some of the cassette covers because I saved a bunch. They're in the storage unit somewhere. I know I came across it many months ago. But the picture was this. It was a section of a chessboard. And what I portrayed with it was this chessboard. It had been like they had been ripped right out of the planet. And on it, I drew a king, a few pawns, and a king that had fallen to the chessboard and shattered. And beside it was the pawn. And that is the nature of the game, where pawns take down kings. Put me on your checkerboard, call me a pawn. Well, your king just fell. Rome fell. Rome fell today. The walls of Jericho came down last week. It's confirmed. As I was thinking of it, it was about 3 in the morning. Lo and behold, what started happening? And I counted 7. 7 trumpets. The train. Now remember, it's not, that train's not on a schedule. It comes and goes whenever the plant needs parts, and you know, sometimes it comes once, twice a day, sometimes 5 or 6 times. Right? So I was thinking, you know, the walls of Jericho are coming down. I know they're down, and then of course I hear that. I counted the 7. That was just a coincidence, though. That was the present moment. Too much fun, eh? So there we go. What's the title of that tune, Michael, you just put up from Styx? My favorite song that resonated with me out of all the Styx songs was Castle Walls. That was the one that really stood out for me. So, yeah, the Archons are done. All we had to do was step out of time. That was it. We had enough clues there, you know, Back to the Future. What do you mean Back to the Future? Well, it's a cancellation of all time, isn't it? So, hey, Ewa, thank you. Was. I gotta tell you guys, I get to live the duality of tonight. And I get to, thank you, Adele. I get to spend it with you. All for one and one for all, yeah? Oh, she cares. Oh, yeah. Good call, my friend, good call. I'm going to open up the board in a second here. I think I've got across what I really wanted to get across to you guys. For me, this was and is pivotal. It does require the removal of your programs, your preconceived notions, your conditions. Con, die, shuns. Die from Dios, God. With or without. Shunning or love ions. What's your condition? You see, it is equal and opposite. Every word. The only thing that changes it is your intent. That's the only thing that changes. Which road are you going to walk? There are 2 roads you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the one you're on, or the road you're on. Might not be exact, but you know what I mean. You know the song. Because you know sometimes words have 2 meanings. I was asking myself today the relevance of the piper. You know, the piper is calling you to join him. Well, pi, 3.1415927, etc., etc., etc. Pi is not the area of a circle. Pi is the area of a spiral. It's infinite, always growing, never ending, over and over and over. You cannot draw a circle. Sorry, it looks like one, but it isn't. Because in the attempt to try to capture the area of a circle, you will never get there. That's by our design. What you have there is a spiral of creation, infinite and ongoing, and based on the incrementally small shifts. For me, it's pi that allows for time and allows for things to persist. And Marty Leeds does some great breakdowns on pi. I'm just trying to show an ethereal side of it, the beyond the 4th dimension side of a spiral, a circle. And there it is. The Sir Cull. Sir? Really? Yes, sir. No, sir. 3 bags full, sir. Get off my fucking cloud here, will you? Not interested. Yeah, it's the call. The culling of that. Bringing things back into perspective. And yes, we have infinite games to play for sure. No question. We are infinity. We are all creation. But what do we do next? Who cares? Let's just turn this one. We already have. This boat's turned. This ship is steering straight for Cygnus. I went down to the trail last night, and as I'm walking back, I look up and there's Cygnus. And she's rising. Normally, when you see Cygnus portrayed, it's diving, right? They always show it diving, going down. Well, I assure you, in the night sky last night, Cygnus was rising. Her head was above the horizon and climbing. We've already heard the trumpets. And the only thing in a game of euchre that cannot be touched or beat is the right bower. Start bowing to your divine feminine. Stop clinging to the illusions called money, materials, wealth, illusion. If you want to see that, take a walk to the local mall. Mall, or mal, sickness in French. In sickness and in health? Really? One sec. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've been sneezing a fair bit today. It's a good thing. Purging. Anyway, so I'm going to open up the lines here and see what's on your minds. Yeah, love the lawnmower, right? Guess we're really cutting the grass tonight, eh? Oh, thanks, Hollywood. Guitar Lessons for Beginners, YouTube. I will post that after I'm off the air here. Yeah, you want to spend some time with your divine right? Pick up an instrument. Pick up anything creative. Start writing with your left hand. Start bringing your right brain, your divine feminine, into focus. So, anyway, I'm going to do a song. Anybody who wants to jump in, by all means, I'm here. I think there's going to be some people a little nervous about chiming in after last night. Yeah, all's fair in love and war. I'm just intolerant of anything that's going to distract you from your most perfect mission, the journey of you. We've been distracted long enough. We've been long distracted. So it's time to do a little song, and we'll see as soon as I get my board working here. Yeah, okay, I got no one wrote this, but I got Kishi's wave there. Okay, I will. That's what happens when you trust yourself. You hear things. I see dead people. Have a look around. That's what this whole place is. This whole place is dead. Mirror, mirror. Be right back.
You're listening to Critical Mass Radio. Now it's our turn.
From somewhere like a dream, your world washed over me and took me far away, so very far away. Made sense of all things wrong, gave hope where all was gone. What do I need to say, really need to say? Your eyes are all the words I need, wanting nothing in return. Your love is unconditionally. I have so much to learn. When I hold you in my arms, nothing seems to matter. I'll never let you get so far. Being there is what you do. when my world caved in around me, nothing through the smoke to see. There you were, still standing like an angel, holding on to me. Somehow you pulled me through, turned faith back into truth completely, so completely. Held strong when others ran, gave my heart a place to stand, and you saved me, more than saved me. Your eyes are all the words I need, wanting nothing in return. Your love is unconditionally. I have so much to learn. And when I hold you in my arms, nothing seems to matter. I'll never let you get so far. Being there is what you do. And when my world caved in around me, nothing through the smoke to see. There you were, still standing like an angel, holding on to me. When I hold you in my arms, nothing seems to matter. I'll never let you get so far. Being there is what you do. When my world caved in around me, nothing through the smoke to see. There you were, still standing like an angel, holding on to me.
You're listening to Critical Mass Radio. Now, it's our turn.
Oh, okay, there you go. That's what happens when you listen to the intuitive. I haven't even checked the the room. That was the thought that came in, so I'm just trusting me now. And I'm going to open up. Andy, how are you? Got your mic open there? How's it going?
It's fine. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, my friend. What's on your mind?
Excellent, excellent. There's actually not much on my mind at the moment. I'm in a place of happiness, to be honest with you.
Well, that's exactly where you need to be. You see, now you're manifesting the good shit instead of all the crap.
Well, yeah, it is easier said than done. But I would like to say, as a fellow Scouser, I thought Lisa's poem to you tonight was absolutely brilliant, and she's got a hidden talent that she doesn't realise. Actually, how good she is at doing that kind of stuff. I mean, she did the CMR birthday one as well. Absolutely brilliant. Well,
again, it's bringing out that beautiful creative essence that we all have within us, and it doesn't.
Oh yeah.
It takes on any form. You know, this is, you know, you don't have to be this, that, or the other. You get to be this, that, and the other. Who cares?
No, she's been brilliant, and she's a little star in my opinion, and in my eyes. And knowing her personally, like, you know. It's sort of like it's weird. You think you've had that little rub on them, don't you? You think, well, you know, there's something to me in there, you know.
There you go.
Me and myself is just trying to ride on the back of it, you know. No, but she's brilliant, and I thought I do think what she does is really good, and she underestimates her own talent and her own power.
Everyone does. I'm just here to kick you.
I do myself. I mean, I'm learning all the time, I must admit.
Well, that's why I'm here with my purple unicorn vibrating chainsaw to smack people upside the head when they need it. And it's only because I love you, and I'm tired of being asleep here. You know, I got to wake up me. Right?
Excellent, Kate. There are things I could say, but I won't.
Oh, would you? Come on.
Oh, no, because I don't want to show the bruises or feel the pain again.
It's all good. It's all good. No, it's all good. You see, here's the thing. When you become the neutral observer, there is no judgment. And people can take whatever they want out of what I say. And I can come across as a nasty bitch.
I have noticed.
My intent is pure. And that's the part.
So you believe, but...
No. Hang on. You just made a judgment. You just made a judgment.
Yeah, I have made a judgment. And to be human is to judge also.
Okay. Well, here, let me take you into God. Hang on, Andy. Let me take you into godhood. You know.
Okay.
Let me move you up into godhood and stop thinking like a meat stick. And that's what I'm up against here, constantly.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm looking for the resonance. I'm trying to show everyone how incredibly beautiful and powerful and how easy this game is to shift. When I take a chainsaw to someone, it's not them I'm taking a chainsaw to. It's a tricky little bastard that has them. And it has them staring at the illusions, has them going, oh, well, you know, what about the free energy, and what about this and that? That's the past. That's the created. That's already been created. There's no creation in the past. Because in this realm, we are dealing with decay. Go ahead, build a brand new car and come back and see it in 100 years. What is it? Everything is in a constant state of decay because it's already dead. That's why this mirror, this is the create dead, not the create love ion.
Create is as in create live, I imagine.
Right. We are the life. This is dead here. Everything here is dead. That's why they have the zombie allegories, right? Everybody wake up. Yeah. The meat sticks are the walking dead.
You've got a really good point there about the zombie thing. They're really pushing it at the moment, especially through Hollywood, and World War Z is the first thing that comes to my mind. But yeah, you're definitely onto something there. However, we also keep the dead alive in the sense you were talking about creating a car and building a car, and there's people who keep these cars and aircraft and all aircraft alive past their time, if you get me.
One sec. Sorry, dry throat.
No problem.
That's what I get for inhaling tea. But anyway, there you go.
You need to drink more piss.
Oh, I drink it all the time. let me take you.
That was a joke.
I know that. I know. Let me take you outside the box.
Yeah, but before you take me outside the box, you understand what I was trying to say there.
Yeah, it's total box think. I'm going to take you outside the box.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. It's only because I love you. This is it. And when I take a chainsaw at anybody, it's the ego, because I know they're beautiful. I know the absolute creation they are, and I can hear the chattering of bullshit, and I'm not going to buy it. And some egos need a bit more chainsawing than others, and I'm, with there. You can call it. See, that's unconditional love. Do you get that? You either come at somebody with a I love you, or you get at them with tough love. That's what unconditional is. I don't put conditions on it, preconceived notions. I deal up love in its purest form, in whatever shape it is required. And if you change it from, if someone thinks love's all about being, warm and fuzzy and all the rest of that shit, well, it also means being tough and nasty.
I agree with that, but just before we go any further, it is as you see it and as you feel it and perceive it yourself.
Well, yeah, I've never said that what I say is true. I just say it's true to me.
Well, can't argue with that. That's fair enough. That is more than fair enough. It's
what I found. It's not my job to resonate. That's yours. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, great. Then I have to keep looking. I say that every night. Don't look at me for all the answers. All I'm doing is downloading what resonates and what's coming in and just throwing it out there to see. It's like taking a lump of shit and throwing it on the wall to see if it sticks.
No, that's fair play. I mean, the thing is, it's easy to take what people say, not you in particular, but to take it on board and go, oh, he's speaking the truth. He's doing this and he's doing that, or she's doing this and she's doing that, whatever it may be. I mean, there's lots of things and lots of areas where I actually disagree with it. Not massively. It's like a difference in perception.
Well, it's
and what I'm glad you did there when I brought it up, you went, oh no, that's fair enough. But this is your truth, as it were.
No, it's not my truth. I only seek truth. You see, because if I try to make it mine, then I'm...
Okay, I may have used the wrong words, but I think
no,
you know what I mean.
I'm just making it clear, because we've spent lifetimes after lifetimes, Andy, saying what we think we're saying and not saying it at all. So it is about bringing it home, clarifying for self. Like, one of the words that I really push out of my vocabulary is the most grotesque, negating word that you could ever find in the English language. And it's the word but.
Tell me.
The word is but. Because what happens with the word but as a conjunctive, it's also a negator. I listen to people, and I'm looking for these things. These are the things that I resonate with. And someone says, well, you know, I totally agree with you, but... No, you don't. You don't totally agree with me. You said but. And these are the things that I make people mindful of. These are common speak habits that have been indoctrinated into us in school and in social structure. And,
you're totally right there, Kate. I will agree with that. Right?
So, again, it's about getting it clearer and clearer, where there is no misconception. There is no, there's no allowance for error. Right? When you want to make something crystal clear, it's like a painting. I mean, you can take all the paints you want, just smash them all over the canvas, and you can tell me what it is. I'll look at it and go, well, it's just okay. I see this, and I see that, and the other. You know, or then you can take someone that does a Mona Lisa. You know exactly what it is. There's no preconceived notions of it. You're looking at it as it should be. That's how I look at truth. It's not mine. It's not yours. It's ours.
Yeah, but even when you look at the Mona Lisa case, everybody looks at it and sees something different, surely.
I realize that. I'm trying to use an analogy here.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
I don't want to undermine it too much.
No. I see, Annie. I've been doing this a long time, and people that have known me for a long time understand this one part of me, and I'll bring it up again. I speak in allegory. I always have. I speak in prose. I'm a songwriter. It's what I do.
I have noticed that.
I speak in analogies. I try to show the picture. I don't want the words getting in the way. When I paint a picture, I'll use words to do it. But the picture, hopefully, if I've done my job properly as a communicator, I've done it right. And if I don't get it right, then I'm going to shift my perspective a little bit and see if I can show it a bit clearer. Because as a communicator, if there is any miscommunication, that's my issue, not yours. If you didn't resonate on the concept I'm trying to share, then that's my fault, not yours.
But isn't that the difficulty of language within itself, that you're going to miscommunicate to some people, anybody, anyway, rather?
Yeah, totally.
Because we all have different meanings for different words. Hence, you look at Black's Law Dictionary, which is totally different to how the rest of the world think. Language is ultimately, singularly, in the world we live in at the moment, the most important thing. But I understand where you're coming from with saying, because you're trying to create the pictures, but you're using language, and everybody's sitting on the other side of the microphone or on Skype or whatever it may be, are seeing things differently to what you're actually saying. So it's a very hard and difficult job.
That's why I repeat myself in different ways every single night.
And you do 7 nights a week, and I've got to take my hat off you. That's dedication, mate.
Well, it's making sure. Hey, I'm here to. I'm saving me, babe. That's what I'm doing, and in the process, saving me. What does that save? All. That's why the focus must be upon self. Seek the resonance.
Well, that's all we are. Individually, we are self, and that's it. You can't go beyond yourself. We are masters, or we should be masters of ourselves. Not misters, not misses, but masters and mistresses, and understand the power of those words within themselves, even in blacks and bouviers.
That to me is what you just said there, just a load of ego semantics.
Yeah, you're right. But this is the world we actually live in at the moment.
That's hey. I'm going to ask you to not trespass in my free will choice. It's not my world.
Okay, fair enough. I get that, but I do think the bottom line. Just let me speak for 1 sec. Is sure. To define and not be defined. I think that's the thing.
Oh, okay. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. We shouldn't be defined. We should define ourselves, and not have other people's rules tell us who and what we are. If you get me.
Sort of. One of the things that
we can agree to disagree and argue. But you see where I'm coming from.
Well, if I disagree with you, how can I see where you're coming from? Why would hang on, Andy? Why would your tricky little bastard want to judge me in assuming that I saw it wrong? You see, this is the shit I'm talking about.
Okay.
The programs run deep, and there's nothing I can do for anyone, and nothing I will do for anyone in terms of them seeking them out and destroying them themselves. You've got to be your own best, heat-seeking, bullshit-destroying missile.
Yeah.
And the mirror is the only place you can do that. You can talk to me or anybody else all day long, and you won't solve anything. The only time you will start solving anything is when you get home, get into self, follow your yellow.
And do it for myself. I agree with that. It's something I'm actually trending towards. And after 45 years of the indoctrination, and it's difficult because you've got to shed your old skin and shed your old way of thinking. It's hard, and I will say things that you will disagree with, and I will say things that maybe I'm unsure of. But if I don't say them and find out and learn, I'm not going to get anywhere.
Well, I won't disagree with anything you're saying. The only thing I will say is, well, that's not something I would do, or not something I would say. This is what I would do, and this is what I would say. I'm not going to disagree with anybody, because that's a trespass and free will choice. I'm not resonating with it.
You can't disagree, but you don't tell people how to think and what they are. To my mind, and I may be getting it wrong here, Kate, and I don't wish to muddy waters there, but it's just a disagreement. This is how I think, and I disagree with you thinking. That's it. I'm not telling you how to think. I'm not telling you how to be or what you should understand or shouldn't understand.
Well, good luck trying. I guarantee you that'll be
I am actually trying to be like that.
I know you are. You're a devil's advocate, and that's okay. You're barking up the wrong tree. That's all.
Oh well, yeah, okay, fair enough, not a problem. But I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be and accept information and see what it takes me, because I can't tell you.
When was the last time you meditated?
I try and meditate often, but it never really works.
Okay, well, you don't try.
And I'll tell you why. Just before I go any further, I'll tell you why it doesn't work. And I said, this is God's honest truth.
Why it doesn't work for you?
What happens to me when my mind goes quiet?
Hang on. Why it doesn't work for you? Stop throwing this out on everyone, please. You're trespassing all over free will here.
Okay.
This is Andy's perspective. So meditation fails for you because
it doesn't work for me, or I try and I don't seem to be able to stop. What happens is I get this fear within my stomach when I go quiet, and it wakes me up and brings me back, and it frustrates me no end, and I would absolutely love to stop this fear that brings me back, how can I put, to reality, to this world.
Okay,
I get so far, and
can I ask a question?
Turmoil. Yeah, please.
See if we can work this through.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you have any religion in your background?
It's Catholic enough.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Guilt complex. I do get though. I do understand all that, and I do try and shove that guilt complex. It is difficult, and it sticks with you because those people are around you. You know what I mean?
Ego, stop justifying, please. I need to talk to Andy.
Okay. I'll shut up now for the next 5 minutes, just for you.
Well, you don't have to shut up. I just want to talk. I want to talk to you, not that tricky little bastard who keeps coming in and justifying this and justifying that and thinking this and thinking that. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do this right now, Andy, is this. Shh. Have peace. One of the things, especially, I wasn't part of it, but I worked in it for 11 years. The separate school board, the Roman Catholic separate school board. Here I was, raised orange Protestant, okay? My mom would have turned in her grave. Seriously. But anyway, what I observed was a complete program. And I'm talking from, the kids, what is it, age 7 or age 9, they go over for, what is that, begins with C,
Confirmation.
Confirmation, that's it.
Confirmation. That actually starts from the age about 3 or 4 when you're going to school, a Catholic school. And I remember it very clearly.
Well, I used to, every year, 11 years, I saw it many times, watching all these young kids getting walked over to the church that was always right next door to the schools.
Yeah.
Right? Getting marched over like a good of course, they want to keep the programs close and tight and lovey-dovey, okay? And
I realize that part of it now.
All right. So what you have going on there, I'm talking to Andy. Leave the tricky bastard out for a sec, because the program's got a hold of you, and I'm going to show you how to bust it if you want.
Yeah, go for it. I'll try.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Do you want to see you, the most beautiful essence in the universe, or are you going to be happy just dogging it out with this fucking program?
Well, don't we all want to be the most beautiful things we can be?
I just need your free will choice to say yes.
I'll say yes.
That fair?
Yes.
I've asked your permission, and we've got this. So let's put aside the TLB for a second here, and thank you so much, because this is a perfect example of taking a chainsaw, your own. You're going to take a chainsaw to your own program, because it's the only thing that's stopping you from finding yourself within. I can see you clear as day.
That's fair enough. I actually thought I'd already taken the chainsaw. I don't think I may have cut all the way through, but this is interesting, and yeah, I give you complete and utter permission.
Okay, well let's you and me take that purple unicorn vibrating chainsaw to that tricky little bastard, that program that the Roman Catholic Church put into it.
Yeah, go for it. Sorry,
okay.
That just tickled me.
Okay. I need you to say this.
Go on.
I am my own savior.
I am my own savior.
No one is coming to save me but me.
No one has come to save me but me.
I am all that is, all that ever was, all that ever will be. And that's it.
I am all that is, all that was, and all that ever will be.
Yeah, you're God. You are...
I am God.
You are God. I know, because you're me.
We are all one.
You just gave me the goosebumps. That's what I was waiting for. You got it.
And not just that. My name, Metatron, comes from that.
Yeah. Well, let's take it out of the box again. Anything physical.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Anything physical. I'm really pulling you up into the spiritual here. These are the clouds I've been hanging out my whole life. So it's an excellent view. I promise you. When you see you, oh my, me, and you will understand. You will see how absolutely stunning you are in all of creation, and you will fully understand the unconditional love I have of why I go to task what might seem cruel and unusual punishment. Sorry, my love is unconditional. If I see anyone...
you just apologized there. Why?
No, well, no, it's work with me here. All right? Seriously.
No. I just find it just... you shouldn't have to apologize for what you're saying.
Andy, I need you. Where are you?
I'm still here.
Okay, well, let's throw the little bastard off again, okay? He's coming in on you every time. I can feel it. Okay? Whatever it is, the program. You see, one of the things that the RC Cola people, Roman Catholics, instill, and this is part of the getting you out of time and putting you into their time, right? Julian, call it Julian, Gregorian, whatever the hell you want to call it. The illusion is time. So what they do is the program, the thought that gets planted ahead of you actually being able to think about it. That's why it's so critically important to step back from that. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. That one might take a day or two for people to let it sink in. Like I said, I put it in practice today. It works a treat. It's beautiful, and watch over the next couple of days. Is that why
I have a communion at a set age, then a confirmation, and then a marriage? Like the timeline's already set. Well,
the timeline's set, and of course they set the calendars for you, and they, They set the time. You're at school from 9 to 3:30, and you have to go. On this day, you're going once a week. You're going over to the church to do mass, and once a week you're doing this and that, and it's a complete gets you into automaton robotics. It gets you thinking of what you're going to be doing next week because you did it this week, and they instill the program constantly.
It definitely tries that.
Okay. Well, it has a hell of a grip on it. And
it has a hell of a grip on a lot of people. And just
here's
to go any further,
here's a question for you.
Go on, sorry, go on.
Here's a question for you, okay? And I'm going to ask your ego to stop fucking jumping in, or I'm going to chainsaw you. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm trying to give you downloads here, and I just get to where it's going to be, and the TLB, being a perfect little fucking program that it is, jumps in exactly when it's supposed to interrupt the flow. So I'm going to get you to just put it aside. I'm talking to the being, the most beautiful essence in this universe that is you. Take the Andy and the ego and everything attached to it, and all the program from the church and the schools and all the rest of the crap that you got your canvas covered in shit with, and throw it in the bin. It's garbage. It's not you. It's an illusion. It's got you thinking it's you. It's not. I promise you. I promise you. I see you. All right? The program is very simple to break. All you got to do is get the visual of it being not yours. You see, this is a problem with unoriginal and the copyright. This is why they have copyright. They're trying to copy you in a physical form, be it through a crown name, be it through anything. But what it is, that. And for me in music, that was a critical word for me, because what is the physical universe but a copy of the spiritual, divine, feminine creation, which is the right hemisphere. It's a mimic. Everything here is a mimic. It's not real. It feels real. Oh my goodness, yeah. But we gotta, we're playing a game. But this is the shadow. This light that we stand in is actually the shadow. It's reversed. And we have to get back into that, our own shadow, to find that reverse light, the real one, you, and to get out of this. We're the game master in Tron. They got trapped in our own game, but we're getting out. We're already out. This I know. As of today, I know. It's a twinkling of an eye is approaching quickly. So lose the concern with everybody else and thinking you're going to save them and you're going to do this, that, and the other. Because I've got a full set of cutlery from the knives I've pulled out of my back for all the people that I've, quote, rescued, unquote. Seriously.
Sorry, I have to say something. You can't have a full set of cutlery with just knives.
Well,
you need forks and spoons. Come on.
Yeah, but once the back, I know, but once the back is open, you can put spoons and forks and everything else in there just to measure.
Oh, fair enough.
Right.
I just couldn't help myself.
What's your zodiac, by the way?
Aries.
Oh, Aries. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm dealing with a ram. Cardinal point. Here's two things you need to learn very quickly, and this applies to everybody. You're cardinal. You need to learn to be fixed and mutable. You got the cardinal down. Oh, I can feel your power. No question.
Now, when you say be mutable, does that mean shut up?
No, mutable means you can change your perspective easily. I'm mutable. It's a mutable air. You're in Aquarius. It's an air sign.
Nice.
It had to. Well, hey, I'll tell you, the movie that really resonated with me was Last of the Airbenders, and I know I'm an airbender. So it really, it really resonated with me, and this is why we're in the age of Aquarius, right? The allegories are there. It's going to take an airbender to get this thing through, and I get to be one of them. That's it. And I will tell everyone, and I tell everyone all the time, there's nothing special about me. I just chose.
No, there is. There's something special about you, and there's something special about us all. This is the thing. We are all special.
Right, but when you...
in our own way. That's how I think and I feel.
Okay. TLB, move aside for a sec. Okay?
Okay.
Right, when I say that I am not special, what I am saying in its entirety is all is special. I balance this table. All right? My sign, the dragon, falls in Libra, the balance. I will tell you and everyone listening right now, knowing my design the way it came in here, the role that I chose to play is perfect to do what I'm doing. Absolutely stunningly perfect. It took me a long time to see it. Doesn't make me perfect. Working at it. I'm talking in this illusion as we are right now. You are perfect, so am I. We're all perfect. We just kind of forgot little shit. And someone, the all-knowing, no power, thought, well, I'll take advantage of that. And I'll see if I can get the unknowing to wake up. I'll tell them everything that they need to see. They won't trust themselves because I'll plant all these programs, Roman Catholicism, Hindu, Muslim, schools, job, military, cops, everything. The all-knowing is going to throw all these programs at us to keep us distracted and rubbernecking fear porn. And then, tricky little shits like me come along and go, fuck that. Sorry, I don't rubberneck. It used to piss me off. Still does, right? So, and another situation of rubbernecking today on the way up. As soon as you see flashy lights, everyone slows down, right? So, but anyway, when you doubt yourself, Andy, that's the RC Cola program. That's the Savior program. They got you looking outside of yourself. If you get a chance tonight.
I totally agree with what you're saying there. That is actually spot on with Roman Catholics. It's all about doubting you and all about stopping you when you come of age or whatever it may be. It's a set, and it's worked fantastically. It's absolutely worked fantastically on me.
Well, they've had
I'm now
thousands of
starting
years
to hopefully throw it off. But
hopefully
it does
leave
work.
room for doubt. Hopefully, if, maybe, perchance, hopefully, hope is, Sue, a beautiful quote from a Scorpion, hope is for the ill-prepared. Hope says
hope doesn't achieve anything. Hope just lasts forever, doesn't it?
No, hope is doubt. Because if you're hoping for something, there is an opportunity for fail. That's why Yoda, the great master Yoda, said, do or do not. Try, that's for the ill-prepared. The ones that are hoping they'll get it right.
A classic quote is the Obama presidential campaign, hope for change. Don't do anything, just hope for it. Because if you hope for it, if it doesn't happen, so what? You're not moving, you're not changing. So hope is a much misunderstood word, I think, by a majority of the people.
Oh, well, again, they put the positive spin on it, right? Just hope for this, right? And they think, then there is potential. But you see, in the beginning, God created light and said that it was good. So the assumption is always that dark is evil, right? So when someone is said to hope for something, then there is the potential of duality, of fail. I'm going to try to do this. It says if I don't succeed, I can be the victim and said, well, at least I tried. I was really hoping to get there. Do or do not.
Hope is a waste of time.
Oh, anything that has a duality, like immediate. All words have duality, but there are some that have
the biggest word as duality is individual.
Well, no, it's
and we are all individuals, which is actually pointing to the fact that we are a duality.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me break down what individuality is for the field.
Yes, please. I'm really interested in what you think about that.
Okay, in or in before a word means not.
Yeah.
Right? Invisible, not visible. Impossible, not possible. Got it? Okay, it's prefix. IN.
Yeah.
I'll go letter by letter after this, but let me show you how this little ticker works. All right, so you have not. Diva from divine, not divine. Duality. So if you take the in and move it away, one space, one step outside the box.
Excuse me, sorry.
No worries. So take the in, put a space there, so you have in divine duality or individuality. Now, diva from divide or divisive also means divine. So it means both equal and same. It's about changing the intent.
So
nothing more, nothing less.
Duality as well, isn't it?
Well, divinity is duality in a singularity, if you understand it. If you really start to break it down. Now let's go in divine duality, letter by letter. So I is you. The I, that's the dot above, right? The I that is you, N means mine. So that's you, that's mine. D, fourth letter of both Greek and Western alphabets. So you have the box with the 4 sticks, right? 4 sides. And also in Greek, it's delta.
I'm really enjoying this explanation. It's
wait for it. It gets better, right? So you have the 4th letter of the Greek alphabet, which is delta. So there's your box, and you have the triangle, which is what delta is. It's a triangle. So you have the box triangle, or the Trinity. That's the himself, herself, itself, you, in divine singularity. Okay. So where we got to? D. Oh, we just got to D. So we have the I-V-I-N. So again, you can look at many layers of that. V, Vesca Pisces, creation itself. V, verily, truth. V for victory. And of course, the Illuminati use it in a mirror, right? Well, look at the old German tanks that had the V on it. Look at the new American German tanks, which have the V on it, and the Israeli army has the upside-down version of it.
Yeah, the upside-down V, yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason for the symbology, so I'm trying to bust these codes for you. It's ancient Egyptian, by the way. All right, so you have the V. Again, it can be truth or it can be absolute bullshit, right? And you have the I on each side of it, so, you're boxing either the lie or the ve, the be, lie, ve, or believe, right? Lie or verily, if the lies are truth. And mind, creating it again. Duality, D, there's that box trinity again, with U, which is the universal symbol for electrical masculine, A, which is dark, now reversed in the light, so it's shining the light on the masculinity aspect of it. U, A, L, power of spirit. I, again, you, yourself. A, mirrored, that's the yin-yang, 6-9, lowercase letter, A and E, which is yin-yang. And T, which is love. Y, the original first question, the only letter that's a consonant and a vowel. W, by the way, is also a vowel. A lot of stuff that people don't know, because as we look at schools supposed to be getting so much better. What they've done,
I never knew that was more in depth than I ever expected. I just thought individual, don't divide the duality. We are what we are, and I saw it as simply as that. But your explanation goes into so much more depth, and you'll break it down letter by letter. It's brilliant, and it's all valid, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. This was what I busted the sigils last summer, and I've been screaming since then to try to get this out to people. The words actually, and this is how, for me, I had to prove to the egos of all that, the words mean the equal and opposites. And there's a couple of simple examples that do that, but then you have to get into other words, right? That tonight, condition, that one hit me today. The con, die, shun, right? With or without. Con, 1913, Webster's Dictionary, as a prefix, was changed to mean, well, it can mean for or against. Know your pros and cons? Or pro se.
Con means navigation as well, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, it's a conning tower of a ship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, con, the mind, ships, ancient etymology for mind. So who's got the conning tower here? Not you. Well, hopefully, that's what we're working towards, that we take our ships back. So I won't say not you, because I see you in the bridge.
We are seen as vessels, aren't we? By these people who presume to be in control. So
that's the whole allegory.
What you just said about condition makes so much sense.
Well, the allegory is simple when you look at admire all T, to bog down all love, admiralty law. They do a pretty good job of it. Okay, it's all there if you can see it. I saw long ago the paper over using the allegory of the Admiralty. It fits in everywhere. What do you call the step on your house? The landing?
No.
Well, you had the doorstep.
It's
right?
the doorstep.
Okay,
around here, it's the doorstep, Kate.
Well, you got the doorstep and the landing just outside, yeah?
No, the landing's upstairs.
Okay,
in this country, the land you come in, you have the doorstep, you come in the door, you have the hall, you have the stairs maybe on the left, and then the landing is
Andy,
upstairs.
I'm talking to Andy. Take that little bastard and throw him in the bin, will you, please? Mister,
I got to. How it is over there.
No, you're not. The tricky little bastard is. I told you I'll chainsaw the little bastard. Okay. Look at you getting all the ego getting all technical, trying to tell me what is right and what is wrong. I'll tell you what. Hang on. Stop defending. Andy, stop defending. That's the ego. The minute you need to defend is the ego because I got to be right. I need the ego.
Not being right.
Listen to it. Listen to it. Come on,
it's
keep
just
going, ego. Let's hear it.
Of perception on this side of the pond.
Andy, when you see you are going to look at that tricky little bastard and beat the shit out of it. It's got you by the short and curlies. Landing inside or outside, it's irrelevant. Look, and I'm going to show you how relevant your ego was during this, right? The landing, the point I'm trying to make, whether you have a landing outside of your house or inside of the house, is irrelevant. Look at the Admiralty terms. Where does the ship pull up? It pulls up to the landing.
It pulls up to the dock.
Right. What is it? What do they call cop cars here? They call them cruisers? Is that a naval term, maybe? Battleship cruiser?
Yeah, we don't call them A though.
Oh, okay. How about your warship?
The cruiser destroyer.
Right.
Battleship.
Now there's another one.
Corvette is another way.
Right. Helena of Troy. Really. I could go on for hours on this stuff, but I really want to get to the point here. You got a tricky little bastard there that's got you by the short and curlies, and I need you to observe it. Okay, it's not you. You're perfect. I love you. Oh my God, I can see you. That tricky little bastard you keep bringing to the table, I got a hammer out right now.
Yeah, okay. I do. Yeah,
I need you to breathe.
See it to a point.
There's no such thing as to a point.
Just take me out. The difference is, and I'm not arguing in the sense of what a landing is or isn't. All I was saying was a landing over here.
Gotta be right.
No. As we perceive it, it's not a landing as you were saying, the doorstep to come in. A landing here is when you come up the stairs.
Okay, and that's about
that's all I was trying to point out. I wasn't saying you were wrong.
I realized what the ego was trying to point out, and it's as relevant as a popcorn fart. Is what I'm saying. I was showing an analogy, Mister. I got to be right, ego.
I'm going to be right. It's just a difference of...
Oh, sure you do. Well, our landings are inside, and Kate's full of shit because I can say that...
No, I never said you were full of shit.
Your ego.
And I don't think you're full of shit. No.
Your ego. Hang on. Your ego was trying to make me wrong. I don't need.
No, I wasn't trying to make you wrong. I was trying to make you understand what we perceive as a landing.
Okay, Steve, jump in here. Can you see the TLB going on here, or am I the only one? I'm going to the Love and Stuff room. I guarantee you, right now, people are just fucking howling. Tricky little bastards got you by the short and curlies, Andy. And I seriously, you're not going to be able to meditate until you get control of it. It's got you.
Okay,
it's got you.
I mean, all.
I'm listening.
No. All I was saying was you were saying a landing was the doorstep, and to us it's the doorstep. The landing to us, as I've been brought up to think. I'm not saying it's right.
My point.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it's right.
I don't care. You're
is
missing,
a different place.
Okay, Andy, I'm going to mute you out here. Okay.
Seriously. Go on.
Seriously. All right. Listen to you. You're still belaboring the point. Your ego needs to be right. You're not seeing it. I'm trying to show it to you, and you've got it in full display, and you're missing it.
Possibly. I don't mean to miss it.
Oh, that's right. The ego says, I can't be wrong. Okay,
no, I'm not saying it can't be wrong.
Hang on. I'm going to go off for a second here because I'm tired of your ego jumping in here. I'm trying to show you how beautiful you are, and this ego is going, no, I'm the one in control. I'm the one that says the landing is over here, it means this. No, I don't give a fuck. You're missing the point of it. It's irrelevant. It's as relevant as a popcorn fart. It was an analogy. And here we are 10 minutes later still talking about it. No, there's no ego. There is there. I don't give a fuck where your landing is, Andy. I'm going to tell you where it is here. I'm trying to show the Admiralty correlations. That's what the analogy was, the allegory, not the literal that you're talking of. Ego speaks literal. Spiritual speaks prose, an allegory. Creator is a poet. Did you not know that? Did you not read the Emerald Tablets of Thought? Lots of clues in there. Okay? And the only reason I put you on hold is I want to get this point across. I need you to see how beautiful you are. And what you have before you right now is look at the relevancy of what we were just discussing and how important it was to your ego to get the point across. Spot it, take a chainsaw to it. That's the Roman Catholic Church, my friend. Send them a big thank you card. They love you. Oh, that's why they got your ego programmed. Until you, and then this is, see, oh, I'm picking on me. And no, I'm not. I'm just shredding an ego. Because that's the garbage I've been trying to get rid of. That's the shit that's been sprayed all over your canvas. It's got you thinking it's you and it's not. It's got you doubting yourself. It's got you in fear when you try to meditate. That's how deep that program runs. And the only way you're going to get home, my friend, thank you for being here, the only way you are going to get home is by putting your boot down on its throat. And right now, it's got its hands around yours, choking you. And wow, did we go through 2 hours fast? Holy shit. Anyway, we're going to roll over here, I'm sure. Guaranteed. Great big thank you to criticalmassradio.co.uk for Paul, Lisa, the crew. Thank you so much, Lisa, for the poem tonight. That was so humbling. Beautiful. What needs to be said here? Nothing. You already know where I'm going. So we're going to roll over into, wow, that went fast. I just feel like I just sat down. Anyway, so I'm going to open you back up again, Andy, and I want to see who's there. Is it you or the TLB RC Cola program? Steve, your mic is open, by the way. You're in with me, and I know I'm going to be pulling Tishy in as well. So, Andy,
I don't know who's turned up here, Steve. I just am. I'm making mistakes as far as you're concerned, but I'm saying as I feel and saying as I think, and I'm not doing it deliberately to piss anybody off.
No, you're not. You can't. And look, stop stepping on my free will choice.
I'm not saying I was.
Yeah. Well, why are you telling me what I'm doing? I know what I'm doing. Are you in this perspective right now, or are you in yours?
I'm in my perspective.
Right. Then stay there.
Yeah, and I'm trying to tell you what's in my perspective.
Andy, seriously? I need you to listen.
So.
I need you to listen. I don't care what you think. It's not you. That's your tricky little bastard talk, and I know them. I've been doing this for years, bud. I know a program when I hear it running. And you can ask anybody. And I've talked to many, many people that were doing exactly what you're doing, coming right back to me saying, thank you. Now I can spot it. Now I can deal with it. I'm trying to show you where it is. But the RC Cola program runs deep, is what I'm telling you. It's not you. So stop thinking it is. It's not. Only the ego will defend itself. You, creation of all, God, is perfect. That's the part that people miss. So when people think that I'm out, shredding somebody or whatever, no, I'm not. I'm shredding ego. Because my love is unconditional. I want to see you. I know you. You're me. We're all one. I see the threads connecting us all. I'm just trying to show people where they are. I'm not here to teach anything. I'm here just to remind you. I woke up and remembered. I think, is that ever cool? And the faster and the sooner we get rid of these programs that have us walking through our lives in complete disarray, blaming outside of ourselves, justifying this, if you've got to justify something, that's your ego. It's not you. Okay, answer me this. What do you think God has to justify to anything? If creation is perfect, then it is. There's no justification required.
But aren't we all gods?
Right, so now we're talking. Put the TLB aside. It's not you. Oh man, I'll tell you, it'll make you think it's you. I've been dealing with them my whole life. And the toughest one was my own. But I was lucky, being born the way I was. I spent a lifetime beating the shit out of myself, trying to prove me wrong and everything about me wrong. So I'm lucky. That was the blessing. So the curse and the blessing, right? One, the curse, born into a prison. The blessing, I know what freedom is. I get the early game of shredding ego for self. Oh yeah, every so often it'll pop up, but I use it. It's a tool. I'm not it. It's a tool. I will use it to convey to someone else's little ego. The only thing the other egos understand is ego. Because in trueness, to me, the only voice that needs to be heard is silence. Pictures paint 1,000 words. You don't need to say anything to show a picture. Right? So I did try to bring Kishy in here. Honestly, man, I can't believe that 2 hours went like that. It literally felt like 5 minutes. Holy shit.
That's gone quick. Even though you've lambasted me, but fair enough. It's I called in. I expect it. I'm not going to have a go at any, because what you're saying and I may not agree or disagree. I don't even know, to be honest with you, but it makes me think, and that's the important thing.
What's happening tonight is collectively, you and I, and Lisa, and whoever else comes in the call, what we're doing collectively is planting the right seeds.
Hopefully.
Not hopefully.
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't. Actually, the ego did. So thank you. Now we're talking. And you'll always know
what I mean.
Oh yeah. Here's what I do know. I know you, and the only time the real you, as in everyone and me and everything else that shows up, is when you laugh. When you get it. Oh yeah. Okay, I get it.
That's why. If you don't laugh, you may as well die. I mean, if you can't find fun in anything. It's one of my big things in life. Is just laugh. You gotta laugh, because if you don't laugh, there's no point.
If it ain't fun, I ain't playing. That's how it works.
Yeah. Even if it's stupid and even if it's wrong, just laugh.
Right on. Yeah. Oh, there.
I mean, you've said things that have upset me a little bit, but not to the point where I think, hang on a minute.
I wasn't upsetting you.
That have made me think, and you've said things that have made me laugh, and that's the point, isn't it?
Well, here it is. The things that you thought I said to piss you off, that's the ego. And the things that made you laugh,
possibly.
That's you. Oh, you can say possibly all day long. I kind of walk... Yeah.
One of those things, but you've made me think. That is what's about.
All right. Turn the TLB off for a second, okay?
Oh, okay.
Thanks. Have you ever been to Toronto?
I have, actually.
Okay. Have you ever been to Vancouver?
Nope.
Okay, tell you what, I have. I want you to describe Vancouver to me.
Well, I do know it's the far side of Canada.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm talking, can you do it from experience?
Well, no, because I've not been there.
Right. I'm talking to you from a place that I'm at. And I'm looking at it. I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to share the pictures of where it is I'm standing. And it's a place that not many people have got to. I know this. And that's all I'm trying to do, is to show you how magnificently beautiful you are. And how much we've all, me included, right? When I speak, I always speak third party, right? I am creation as well as you. We're all one. So I include myself in it. This is where ego doesn't stand a chance. Because when I'm throwing something out against an ego, it's coming back and trashing my own as well. It's a mirror. All right? So don't think I'm picking on you, because I'm included in that. Okay? So what I'm trying to...
don't think I'm trashing you either, obviously.
No, you can't. Yeah. You can't. I'm sorry. You can try all day long.
No, I never mean to. It's just like, I say what I see and I feel what I feel.
Andy, you're right.
Be it different,
You would never do that, but your ego sure as hell will. That's what the program is. It's got the conflict in it. That's the program. It's conflict. That's it. When you feel any conflict whatsoever, that's ego. Pure ego. Unconditional love doesn't have conflict.
Unconditional love is the hardest thing to practice.
That's why, like tonight, this is unconditional. I love you unconditionally, to the point that I'm going to take a hammer to your TLB, because I want it out of the way to see you. I'm selfish that way, and we did agree early on that that was my intent, and it is.
I'm not angry at you. I'm intrigued.
Well, I just want to think
it's different. You don't get this conversation in the street or in the pub or in work. So
nope.
This is great to me.
Well, I tell you, this is I guarantee you, there is no other episode, radio show, whatever you want to call this, anywhere on this planet that's talking about what we're talking about. I know this for a fact because only the angels have gathered. That was the deal I struck.
How would you know?
Mind if I cut on here?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Hi, Kishi. How are you?
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Kish.
Hi, Andy. Andy, you're being offered the most beautiful opportunity here. Really. I've been listening, and I've been hearing I. And I've been listening to you identifying with that I. And that I fucking I is not you, darling. It is not you. You're not the ego. And that's what Kate's been showing you and what you haven't been seeing up until now, possibly.
Perhaps, you know what, Ed? Over the next day or so, we planted some beautiful seeds. They're gonna
hopefully, yeah. It has made me think.
Not hopefully. Sorry, I don't hopefully plant.
Hopefully, I did it again. Sorry.
And you're apologizing to who?
You apologized to everyone, so 1-0.
Not about one.
No, you're right. You're right. It's difficult. It's so difficult, though, isn't it?
Oh, being perfect like you are, absolutely. That's what I'm trying to show you.
It's difficult getting everything right. It's difficult. Forgetting what you are, if you get me, and how you were brought up, and the indoctrinated thoughts, etc., etc.
TLB, just shut down for a second, okay? Just shut down.
Shh.
That's exactly it. Andy, I want you to do that to yourself right now. Just go shh. Do it physically. Watch what happens to your whole persona. Just go shh. I do it all the time. We do it to the child, and that's what an ego is. It's the prodigal son. Okay? No, I don't hopefully plant seeds, Andy. I plant them. Do you go out and hopefully plant an apple tree by standing there on the ground looking at it? Hopefully I'm going to plant an apple tree. You put the fucking seed in the ground.
I agree.
There's no doubt. I put the seed in the ground. So when I say I plant seeds, I mean it. And this is a beautiful orchard. I found a bag full of them. I'm just trying to share them. So what we're doing right now, right? Like, how would you like to spend your birthday? I think this is the most beautiful, most perfect birthday I've ever had. I get to plant seeds with myself. I get to hand over as a gift of gifts seeds to you to plant your own apple orchards, to go exponential. This is the only thing I'm trying to gift. This is a no-charge thing, okay? This is yours. It was mine. It was always yours. It was always everyone's. Dare to plant that seed. Don't say hopefully. Just walk over and stick the damn thing in the ground, cover it with dirt, pee on it, and walk away.
I agree.
Then let these seeds...
The hopefully thing is...
it's a program.
I even have to point it out, and I screwed up on myself.
It's got nothing to do with yourself.
Oh, I get it wrong all the time.
No, that's the ego getting it wrong, not you. You're perfect. See that damn it, Andy, I want you to see this tonight. Can you see you and the ego? Can you see them both? The ego's the one that goes, it's trying its damnedest to justify and be right. It's the one saying hopefully. It's the one that has to question everything. It's the one that needs to shut up.
Okay, the ego is obviously what I feel at the moment. You're going to shout at me. It's obviously what I feel is me.
See, there's the ego. Kishi, jump in here.
That's just what I'm feeling.
Andy, listen. Take a big breath in for a minute and just go under your stomach with that breath. Just go straight under your stomach with that breath. Big deep breath in and stay in your stomach with that breath for a minute. And it'd be good if everyone was just quiet for a wee moment. And when you feel ready now, Andy, you talk to Kate and tell her you feel ready.
I don't know what feeling ready is.
That pause was being ready. Andy, we're sitting at the table here. Are you going to scream at me for salt, or are you just going to ask for it?
No, I'm not going to scream. I'll try not to scream.
I know. Okay. Oh, my God. You have got one serious fucking program running, my friend. I'm going to do my best to help. If you want, it's up to you. Do you want to find you or no? Are you happy being stuck in this fucking meat stick?
I don't think anybody would want to feel that, and I would like to find myself as such.
I need that's the honest answer. Do you want to find you, or are you going to still stick it out with this program you're running?
I want to find me. I thought they had found me, but it seems I'm mistaken.
No, that's the ego that just said that, not you. How can you be mistaken? You're perfect. You're all creation.
You find that want on you, Andy, that you want that more than you want fucking anything else. You fight for yourself, darling.
And it's a fight for you, bud. Oh, Kishi, that's perfect. Thank you for saying it that way. This is a fight for your own soul, your own survival. They've been preying on it for so long. They got you convinced that you're something you're not. They've got you doubting. They got you saying, hopefully. They've got you saying, I was mistaken. They've got you going, I'm sorry, and all the rest of this shit that goes along with it. In perfection, there is no such thing.
It's a difficult thing to get my head around, I'll be fair.
It's damn near impossible. This is the gift I'm trying to give you. It's damn near impossible.
I'm trying.
Do you know how lucky I feel? Do you know how lucky I don't want you to try. Just be, do, and have. That's it. Because you will never find you until you let that shit go. That's the program holding. And it is damn near impossible. Do you understand the gift I was given now that I'm trying to give?
No, you're not trying.
I'll be honest, I'm unsure.
You're giving it. If it's not being received, it's nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing.
Well, I'm not going to
lie. I'm unsure.
Needs to be dropped from the vocabulary because
I know.
Trying here.
I concede the point on that. Absolutely. I catch myself in common speak all the time. What I am offering here is the gift of gifts, if you will accept it.
I will accept it.
Then what we're going to need to do...
I don't think I fully understand it, but I'm open.
Okay. What we're going to need... That's what I was going to answer before you asked. I knew you were going to ask this. What you need to do is let the seeds germinate. They've been planted, I assure you. They're there. You see, because my intention goes out. If you have ears to hear and eyes to see, it's already planted. Because I know how this program works. Guess who uses the same tools now for the good? I'm hearing people saying they're tired of this world. They're tired of the wars. They're tired of the rapings. They're tired of the murder. They're tired of the mayhem. They're getting pulled over and taxed and beaten up and working and all the rest of it. I actually heard that. I listened to it. And it's certainly not something I want. Most certainly. So I will not trespass on free will choice of those that seek otherwise. That puts us in a resonant frequency band where we can get dominant and create a feedback loop that will deafen them. We are the all-powerful creator. A guy called Jesus Christ. You might know him from your Roman Catholic upbringing?
I've heard of him.
Yeah? Okay, well stop calling him a bell. And stop calling him a liar. That's what Roman Catholicism has been doing.
I've never called him a liar.
No, they had you convinced, though. That's what the program's about.
Not my bringing up from...
Hey, one second. Hang on, Stephen. I'm taking a full shot at this fucking garbage. Okay? I'm sorry.
I was brought up...
It's not from my bringing up. He wasn't made out to be a liar.
Okay.
Andy, we were given a pseudo-Jesus Christ.
Kishi, I need just to chill for a second.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm going with a razor blade here.
Go for it.
Thanks. Really, did any of your priests say that God is like ye are gods? Did they tell you that you're God? Did they ever tell you at any time that you were God?
No, they didn't.
Then they lied to you. They told you that Jesus Christ, who said that, is a liar.
Okay, I see where you're coming from with that now, yeah.
Done. So that's what your church taught you. They taught you that everything you needed to know was a lie. Time to go mirror, mirror. Okay, Kishi, jump on him.
Be gentle.
No, never. So you're dealing with me here.
Andy, I was brought up in that shite. for want of a better word. And you know, we were taught this still Jesus Christ, this oh, I don't know what you call it. It's vile to me, put it that way. It's vile. The God that was worshipped within that religion is totally vile. And that is not what God is. That is not what Source is. That is not what you are. That is not what I am. And anything that says other than that is fucking arrogant.
Absolutely.
Totally fucking arrogant.
Did they teach you perchance, I'm just going to keep you backed up here, love. Did they teach you perchance that, you know, the serpent in the Garden of Eden gave Eve the apple, and she took a bite from it, the knowledge of good and evil. Of course, serpent being Satan, as they like to call it, and you know, corrupted man by feeding man the apple as well. And what did the serpent say? Well, this will give you the knowledge of good and evil, and you know, ye are gods, and that's the one they focus on. But they don't even know what the real story is. They think that Adam and Eve are real people. I'm not sure about English spelling names in the Middle East. I'm not sure if they had that in Islam, you know, or that region. Farsi, I've never heard Adam or Eve, and I've heard, you know, Muhammad or Ahmed or any of these other beautiful names. I've heard those, but I've never heard anyone of a Middle Eastern bent being born and raised being called Adam, Eve, Philip, Peter, Mark, Matthew, Luke, John, Paul. You know, those are not very Middle Eastern names if you really think about it. Because they don't know the stories. They're reading them literally. They're not reading them the way they were meant to be. They were written as mystical teachings that would never be mistaken. It's like when I say to you, hey, Andy, let's you and me go shoot the bull. Are we going to go grab a gun and head to a farmyard, or what are we going to do? We're going to go talk, all right? That's what a dark saying is. That's what a mystical teaching is. It's so that no matter what language you're speaking, the joke still works. Savvy? That's what the Bible...
I've had shoot the bull before.
Right, well, I'm sure you have. I'm sure a few people have shot
I have now.
Right. Have you ever spilled the beans on someone? You know? Have you ever pissed your life away? Have you ever told somebody a whole story and said that's the long and short of it? Or did you happen to
spill the beans?
Right. Or did you happen to
my life away? But I've not done the long and short of it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. You know, if someone's a stool pigeon, what are they? A pigeon that sits on a stool? Or someone that lets somebody out? There's another one. Get it? These are the dark things.
Yeah.
The church teaches that to shoot the bull means to go out with a gun and shoot the bull. The mystics teach that you're going to talk.
Well, you have papal bulls as well, don't you?
Shut up, ego. Seriously.
No, I'm just saying.
I know your ego's just saying. Absolutely. You got to be clever. You're trying to come up with the next clever thing to say. I know the ego.
No, I'm just trying to relate it to you saying shoot the bull.
Oh,
and is that connected? I don't understand. You know, I'm trying to find out.
Defend. You know what works for me when we're talking? A simple yes or no. I don't need I'm clever, papal bulls too. Look, I'm smart. You know, take the intellect and I'll shred your intellect. I promise you I will. And it's not because it's you. You're perfect. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. You're absolute perfect in creation, of course. Creation is. And here's the joy of creation itself, right? Perfection comes before creation. It has to. You're beautiful. Bindi, what do you got? I'm waiting for my Scorpio. Hey, Bindi, here. What did you think of my sound effects for scorpions?
I didn't catch that one. Sorry.
Okay. Well, here it is. Here's a sound of a Gemini. Right? Hey,
yeah.
What? Okay. Got it. So here's the sound of a Scorpio. Now I'm going to do the sound effect, and hopefully you can hear it. Thud. Get it?
Okay. Yeah.
The stinger out or stinger in. There's going to be
yes.
There's going to be a thud. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So you have to choose to get that little stinger neutral. That's hanging around too many Scorpios in my time. But anyway, it's all good. But what's on your mind, love?
Oh, I was feeling very much compassion for Andy because it's a tough spot where he's trying to bust through.
Yep.
But he's nearly there. Keep going.
Yeah.
Learn to train the reflex to react without thinking, or without feeling, actually. Use the heart mind, mate, not just the mind.
Yeah.
That's where you need to be. And then you will hear exactly what everybody is saying. Not saying, but meaning. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not just the literal speak, it's the layers in between. The architecture is bollocks, it's what's behind it.
Perfect.
There is no landing, Matrix.
Bingo. I love talking to scorpions that are balanced right down the middle, baby. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
What you've learned, here's when I say someone is balanced, here's what I'm referring to. You see, Scorpio's fixed water, all about emotions. Do you hear the cardinal aspect of Bindi talking? Goddamn right you do. And do you hear the mutability of being able to shift positions? Goddamn right you do. That's what I mean when you find that center point, when you can have all three aspects, the cardinal, the fixed, and the mutable, all at the same time. That's the Trinity. Right? Because Bindi knows what she wants, and she knows what she doesn't want. See, the problem with most signs, you go right around it, right? Look at the Leos. They're, I will, and they're constantly going out there going, I will, and trespassing the shit over everybody. Instead of looking at the mirror and saying, oh, okay, well, that's a trespass, I will not. Right? It's like Gemini. Look at me. This is why you're going to have an impossible time with me, because my sign says I think. Here's what I learned. I think not. And guess what happens? Bam! We have a very difficult time resonating with each other. There are too many preconceived placed things. Just back up. Very, very important word. Clarity. What we're doing is we're, reinforce ideas to resonate true anyone. It's not difficult now. It's getting there, right? I'm seeing it. What's happening now? We sit at this table are open. Technically, we're open in all ways. Take notes of what anyone's saying. It's the last year. Don't worry, Kate will be there with a chainsaw. And the dream is lit. And it's not going out. I'm intolerant of people beating themselves up, making less of themselves, being caught in the delusions of this planet and this realm. I have no time for it anymore. This is the sink, renicity, or swim. You either sink up or drown. And that's going to be your choice, not mine. It's not something I would do. As an observer, but I'm not going to trespass on your free will choice to destroy yourself either. You see, therein lies the biggest problem when we all try to be heroes and we all try to, be benevolent. It actually works against us. It has to in the mirror. So how do we find this razor edge and balance it out? I believe the Beatles wrote the song called Let It Be. It's where we all have to walk around and really it is. It's about acceptance. It's about observing simply from the perspective of something I would do or something I would not do. And that's it. There's no judgment in that. There's only observation. And I've had many instances in my life where the trends have always been the same. And I'm looking back through them right now, and it's astonishingly clear. Because in every effort I've ever made to, quote, rescue, unquote, anyone, thinking that I was doing the right, and of course, the intentions are pure. But we all know the road to hell is paved with good intentions, yeah? So I just decided to put the paver away and walk the road instead. And a lot of things became very, very clear, crystal clear. That which is upon us is that which we create and manifest for ourselves. And why it's so very easy for us to get caught up in the delusions of this place. To get caught up in the delusions of grandeur, as so many have. You know, and that comes at all levels, you know. So I'm not just talking about, you know, movie stars, kings and queens and popes and everything else. It happens all the way down to the base of our society. And I don't say that in a negative way either. We all have our jobs, we all have our roles, we all have our choices, we all have our pieces. And not one is more important than the other. It's been a tough job gathering up enough pieces of this puzzle from so many beautiful perspectives to actually put a picture together, but the picture is formed and it's growing. The slit that was a millimeter or two wide for so many of us is now getting to the point where we can see the Mona Lisa. We can recognize her. And now all we're looking for is to open it up even more, to get the detail, to see the whole picture. And the Mona Lisa, it's beautiful. Perfect serenity. Oh, and a few hints in there too as far as Da Vinci and his intention of actually painting that with the sacred geometry. Yeah, it's quite something actually. So getting back to the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Well, there's your eyes to see and ears to hear. You kind of left out the voice to ask. When you're asking, you are as king. In the beginning there was the word, it was just a question. Why? And the only way to keep this creation rolling, and of course the only question I ever ask is, why? Isn't it funny? As it was in the beginning, so shall it be eternally. Why? It's the only word that I can think of that keeps a game rolling infinitely. It's very nice, thank you very much.
You're welcome. That was embarrassing, actually. I felt a bit embarrassed.
No, it's all good, love. It's all good. That's your mirror, everyone. How do you like you now? I love you.
Right, well, I'm gonna skedaddle off now. So I just want to say enjoy the rest of the show, and I will listen back tomorrow. And enjoy the rest of your day too. And we talk soon, yeah. Oh
yeah, you know where to find me.
I do.
Okay. Kicking at the can online. Big can. All right, kiddo. Well, thank you so much. And
pleasure.
Just wow, you know. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, absolute pleasure. All right, well, talk soon. As I say, enjoy the rest of the show, and I will listen back.
All right, love.
Okay.
Sweet dreams, and
you too.
Yeah, you'll catch up in all that non-needed beauty sleep. You know, it's all good. But definitely listen back to this one because I got a few pearls to be throwing out tonight.
Great,
okay?
I will definitely listen tomorrow. Thanks, Kate. All right, take care.
Love you, kid.
Nice.
All right,
nice.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, there we go. You know, how does one answer that? You know, I tell you, it's. Thanks, Bug. Where you been? Moaz, there we go. Yeah, it was, of course, picking the day, you know, to go out and whatever. It's I've been hell-bent for leather trying to keep up with everybody. Thank you guys so much. And, wow. Sorry, I just want to see what the Scorpions all thought of that little, see if they got it. Where are we? I was scrolling down in love and stuff from guys. Just bear with me. And yeah, it's just great to see everybody. And you know, it really doesn't take much to humble me, and that's why the whole pedestal thing doesn't work, because the humility for me is where you'll find compassion. It's the only place I ever found it. And what compassion and humility really are putting yourself in the shoes of another perspective of yourself, something you can reflect on and reflect in. And that divide and conquer that has been so ruthless with so many of us for so very, very long is over. The game is over. We win. We were always meant to. Of course we were. It's all about the experience at the end of the day, isn't it? To even begin to describe the different clues and the different things that I actually put myself through in order to see things would boggle most people's minds. I know, it boggles mine. It really does. Yeah, I just gathering and centering again to bring some points to you guys that I went over the same. Well, I had a chance to talk to Vicky today, so I, of course, thanked her for the perspective and the little nugget of get her done that can always be expected from an Aries, especially when the RAM is clear. That is priceless. And as I said yesterday, and I will say it again today because it is paramount as far as I'm concerned, from what I was seeing today, it's how to step out of time. It's how to step out of the trap of time, the illusion of it. We've had many tricks played on us, many deceptions thrown, many distractions to stare at and create for another. And God created man in His image. Okay, well, sorry about that, but there's a bit of a duality shit thing going on there. In whose image? At what point does one part of me command another part of me in a perfectly balanced, perfectly centered universe of the one? Again, the dualities. In the beginning, God created light and saw that it was good, meaning that everything, dark was evil. Put that one in the mirror and see what you find. I've said it many times, and it's some of the most profound truth that I've come across that I found resonated within me. And that truth is very simple. Those with eyes to see and ears to hear. But we forgot the Trinity. And this was the little pearl garnered yesterday and getting reinforced more and more today as it was put into practice to astounding and, I assure you, stunning perfection. So if you want the key to stepping out of time, I'll share it with you. You see, when, I've already told you, the only album I have in my car is Styx, The Grand Illusion. Or not The Grand Illusion, it's one of the songs, it's the one I want to refer to. But it's the greatest hits. And they play in a particular order. Don't ask me to tell you what it is. I try not to think of, codifying things like that. I just let them flow. And it goes back to, the early days of music with me and the things that I love to listen to. And of course, Styx, ironically, just coincidentally was, a band I loved and loved the music. And as I see now, it had a much, much deeper meaning that was slightly out of view when it was really the first album I ever got. It was where I worked. It was present swap for Christmas. That illusional thing that people do every December 25th, not realizing what it is. And the girl that we swapped, she had my name. She'd asked me, well, what do you like? And I said, well, I never thought she'd get it because I think it was a $5. I think the album was $8 or $7, something like that. And I said, well, I love The Grand Illusion, but don't worry about it. That's what you got me. And I was one of the full-time girls too. I was just one of the lowly little part-timers at the time, brand new on the job. First job, actually. That's when I was 14. And I think I wore out the record player playing this thing over and over and over. And of course, as life goes on, you have other tastes. And of course, I picked up a guitar when I was 16 and thought, well, I'm going to learn how to play this little thing here and make it my friend. So I did. And it took a while, and and it's still an ongoing process, which is the thing I love about it, is every time I pick the guitar up, it always gives me something new to ponder, be it a musical note or just a tone or something, you know. So here's how we put things in perspective. Let's add the third monkey, the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil ones. Let's put that in the mirror, because what it's saying is, you know, I want to get this right, because there's always a duality, right? If it's a hear no evil, that's a condition of not confronting, but it's also a condition of an action in a positive sense. Because as a true creator, which is what you are, I've said this every night, and I will continue to say it until it actually sinks in with you and you understand the absolute power that you are. All the teachers told us this. And of course, all religions steer you away from it. Great video, by the way, from Bill Donahue. Your computer is programmed. Here's the video. I would urge everyone to get over to hiddenmeanings.com or go to the YouTube and just look up the Hidden Meanings channel and have a look for that one. Your computer is programmed, and you'll really get a good handle on what I was talking about last night and what I'm talking about tonight. Because between last night and tonight was when I actually opened this video up in its absolute stunning perfection of out of time. All things for a reason, no coincidences. This is exactly what I'm talking about, but I want to take it to a different level. I want to make it real. I need you to see this. That's my need, okay? I'm looking for the 432 hertz heart resonance of these truths to resonate what I'm speaking of. If but one shall awaken, which one of you is it? It's the only question I have anymore. It has to be a frequency. A truth is a truth, but it's not. It can be a truth to you. In terms of how we're playing this game in a duality, a truth is only a truth if it's there is the conquer. To the degree that we have become so individualized or in divine dualityized. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, so you've had a good day, yeah? You got to see your dog eat and a bit of a long drive with a coffee at the end?
Oh, yeah. You know, it's, again, it's download time, and I get to not only think about things and, you know, download, but also to put the things that I have been talking about into absolutely perfect practice. And it is perfect. What I'm going to share tonight is going to be my gift to all. That's all I've done today is gift to people. It's a great feeling. No, I bought coffee. I had to get gas, and there's $2 left over, so I just, no, that's yours. Go get something with it. And it was just a kid. He was like, really? Wow, thanks. You know. And of course, dropped off a small gift for Sue to help along with the puppies and whatnot. So, yeah, I've got so much more to talk about, but let's stay the course here and get you to bed, hon.
No, well, I will listen back. Tomorrow. But I'm just so tired. My eyes are going. So did you manage to upload my little?
Yeah, it's uploaded. Yeah,
cool,
it's there.
Okay.
Right.
Well, it's called. Right, go on.
No, I just said I haven't listened to it yet. You know. So. Good.
Okay. Well, I hope it's not going to be an anticlimax, but. It's called. It sounds a bit like a blooming window fitting, this, but it's called PVUC.
Yeah.
Which, as you know, stands for a particular weapon of your choice.
Particular weapon of.
Purple.
Oh, got it. Purple vibrating unicorn chainsaw. Got it.
Just when you say PVUC, it sounds like a window, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just a little thing to sort of from me to you for your special day. That was all.
Well, there you go. So let's all get together and PVUC. Oh yeah, there you go.
I like it.
All right, looks like there's never mind the action on the table. Let's play the poem. Oh my. All right, here we go. So I'll play this, and I'm going to shut up. So thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Kate.
Much obliged.
PVUC, Purple Vibrating Unicorn Chainsaw, a poem dedicated to Kate of Gaia on her 49th re-entry day. In the year 2012, I met Kate of Gaia, a lady who always takes everything higher. No punches she pulls when she deals with the ball. Kate's a dragon who sometimes breathes fire. Kate's here at this time to help us all see the way the world is and the way it should be. She downloads each evening on the web they are weaving, and all that she says, it gives us that key. Quite often Kate sits with her computer in the rain, so all her knowledge and wisdom we can gain. We often hear birds as she utters her words, and sometimes we fear she'll be hit by a train. She's been through a lot and has come out so strong, because she's here now to tell us all about what is wrong. She just speaks her mind, it's all relevant to mankind, because the truth has been hidden for so very long. Kate interprets her words, she knows what they say, she knows the really important part that they play. In using controls to dump down our souls, these people they use us, but we're finding our way. So Kate is on Earth 7 days a week, feeding us answers to all that we seek. Her information is clear, to give up the fear, to never stand back and be meek. Critical Mass Radio is lucky to have her, because she makes so much sense and really is so rare. The mirrors, they are key if we really want to see the truth of this world when it's laid out there. Kate also plays guitar and writes wonderful songs, which she shares with us all because it's where she belongs. She's music to our ears, she dispels many fears, she keeps us in touch with the so many wrongs. With some people you meet in your life you just know, they will show you a way you should go. Kate gives us a journey to show us what we could be, because she hands in abundance the seeds we should sow. Kate, with your purple vibrating unicorn chainsaw, you fight the good fight against that Babylon light hole. When your scales are ruffled, absolutely nothing is muffled, as you show those who need it the way to the door. So thank you for coming into my life, dear Kate, though I'm losing my beauty sleep at a very fast rate. You're a wonderful dragon who rides a big wagon, and that wagon is very much a vehicle of fate. On a pedestal, don't worry, you will not be put. We know you don't like it, and that is said, but the love we all feel is true and is real, because we hold it as one in our heart and our gut. So a very happy born day to you today, Kate. The fact we've all met, it just has to be fate. Carry on doing what it is that you do, never ever changing, just always be you, because that's the way we love you, just being Kate.
Please note the views and opinions expressed by the hosts on this show are not necessarily the views held by the station.
You're listening to Critical Mass Radio. Now it's our turn.
Good evening. Another Saturday night. Sun's just over the rooftops here. Yeah, welcome to Outside the Box. I'm your hostess, Kate of Gaia. And I'm going to do a little bit more... oh my, gonna go over some stuff I went over last night, got a lot clearer today, and hopefully I can explain it a lot more. And I'll touch on a few things, you know, a few of the delusions that people are still trapped in, and the allegories of them, right? You see, I look at allegories in as much as they're clues to great things and also to great fears. They have to be both, right? They have to be both good and evil at the same time. And yeah, there's a lot of delusional stuff going on out there, and you know, people still stuck in the Savior program. So we'll definitely touch on that tonight. Sorry, guys, you're not going to find anything in this realm other than clues to what you have to search for within yourself, and that's it. Yeah. So down, spent the afternoon having coffee with Vicky. It's only about an hour, limited time as far as schedules go, but it's just nice to sit down and, hang out. It's amazing. 2.5 hour round trip to have an hour for coffee. I love it. But all good things. I stopped by, got to see my puppies through the door. That was cool. Yeah, Sue was there, but she won't come anywhere near the door, not while I'm anywhere near the place. Such is the program running. Oh, I came up with a couple of sound effects for, well, two Zodiacs anyway. What does Gemini sound like? Hey, you, what? Got it? Okay, good. And he does. Whatever. Anyway, here we are at the height of the Divine Feminine Lunar Month in a Tibetan way, the 15th. Kind of a powerful number, especially when it contains the yin yang, the 9 and the 6, right? 9 plus 6, 15. That's the divine balance. Bring them both into focus. Now, here's the other one. It's for all you Scorpios out there. Ready? Now, you got to remember, look at the singularity here. Catch the duality in it. Because the pendulum swings both ways. So here's what a Scorpio sounds like. Thud. There you go. Pretty cool. Anyway, without further ado, because I know someone is very, very tired, I gotta say a big thank you to all of you that endure some crazy ass hours to not only listen to the show, but actually get involved and be a part of your table. It is an infinitely large and infinitely round table, and it has perfect equilibrium as far as the balance. No one sits over another, and no one sits under another. That's why words like understand, go back to the old legalese stuff. Words like understand and, well, that means to stand under. You're still dealing in a duality when you have that thought, you see? Because if you're not standing under somebody else in a duality, someone else is standing under you, and what's that get you? A whole lot of seesaw, or cane saw, whatever the case may be. So without further ado, hello, Lisa. How are you?
Kate, good evening.
Good evening.
Happy day again.
Oh yeah. By the way, another alternative. And this is the thing. Just the spells are busted, guys. I just like showing how they got busted. The word born also means limited. Okay. Constricted. So there again. Look at the traps that were set that got sprung. So it's the limited identity, the born identity. The limited ultimatum. Well, see, there's the problem with an ultimatum, right? Sorry. Ultimate means ultimate. There's no limits to it, so it's an oxymoronic title, but it means the same both ways. So there you go. So how's Lisa tonight?
I'm tired, like you said. I'm afraid I was up far too late. I think it was getting light when I finally went to bed last night.
Oh dear.
Well, I think I was talking to you till about 3, so on the show. So.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
But yeah, needs and must.
I tell you.
So
oh, go ahead.